that you heard wasn't really all that important. Like we did a bunch.
It's just like you
I
do
needed the
not.
kill ultimate though.
As I was
Oh yeah,
listening to this, as I was listening to it, I was just like, you don't got that.
yeah, yeah. So after that, we go up and we get the Barzillai Thrun impersonator. Well, I kind of wish we had handled that a little different now, looking back. But oh well.
Mm.
We brought his body back with us to the um like to the hideout. We're like, we're gonna go back to the which one are we going back to? Lucky Bones. We're going back to Lucky Bones, and we're gonna stay the night there.
Yeah.
Um, and we get back there, and we find out that an attack happened there. So we get like attacked by a troop that like right at the entrance to the basement,
They had our
basically.
people like already
And they
prisoned
had some
and
of
they
our
were
people already
waiting for
imprisoned, yeah.
us. Yeah.
And so we beat the first troop, but we're like, okay, we go further in, and we find this is kind of the cliffhanger we get to. We find that they're in the conference room, basically. I'm gonna relaunch or reconnect to Fantasy Grounds here because it's bugging on me. But they're in like the conference room, and they have some of our like higher NPCs. Like they have Octavio and Laria and two other guys. I don't remember who all is there, but um, and there's like the head of the and also Kane's there too. That was one of them too. Kane's actually they have Kane as a prisoner right now because he went back to the Lucky Bones before us. So he's one of the people that's imprisoned.
Okay.
And yeah, like we kind of uh we're at like kind of a standstill there. Like he wants us to the the head of the what do they call it? The people's
Sorry.
The Chelish People's Republic or something.
the
Chelish
Chelish
Citizens Brigade.
Citizens Group or whatever they're called. They're not the actual Tatari, but
Yeah.
they're the part that the Kane was like part of before
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
campaign.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, okay, that one worked. Anyway, yeah. So basically, the thing he's offering is like if we give ourselves up, like as prisoners, basically, he's gonna take us back to the temple of Asmodeus, and he'll let our other guys go. That
Yeah.
supposedly.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of like in this conference room right now, and we were deciding if we wanted to accept that, and we were slightly leaning towards accepting that and just hoping that our rebellion can break us out. Because like one thing we did before we ventured into here, we rescued like one of the Corva or one of the Fushi sisters. I guess Corva's that's the fourth one. There she is. She's Corva's over here too. But we rescued one of the other Fushi sisters and told her like, you know, go tell all of our teams that are not here right now, like what's happening here, you know. So get them in here and have them like. So we're thinking like maybe we'll accept it and just hope that our rebellion can like rescue us before we actually get all the way back to the temple, or
Mhm.
alternatively they rescue us from the temple. Um, that was kind of like one of the things we were thinking about doing. Um, but yeah, alternatively, this is something we didn't discuss during the session, but it's something I thought about later, especially because you weren't here. But I'm wondering if you still have any of those movement teleport things you have, because you can bring people with you for that, right?
Yeah.
It just uses up more movement. So if you still have enough movement to at least get the people like behind our, because we have some of our Hell Knight armigers over in the hallway here, along with Caleb. If we can at least get them out of the room, like we can at least prevent them from getting executed potentially. It'll just be hard because like it's if we get over there, try to move over there to teleport them out, it's probably they're gonna try to stop us. So we'd have to like figure out some way to like distract them just long enough for us to get over there. The way I was gonna do is if you grabbed two of them, I'd grab two of them and try to use a teleport scroll, which is also very high risk because if I have to make a concentration check on that, a e.g., we're in initiative. Like,
Well, I'll put this out there. I'm pretty sure I used up all my dimensional hop. I only have 80 feet worth.
okay, if you're out of dimensional hop, then that plan isn't going to work anyway. Then,
Okay.
so yeah, it's one of those things too. If we fight them, like some of our rebellion people might die, as well. So, because
True.
they have them as like prisoners right now. There's like a troop in this room basically, and then the head guy. So that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, we were also talking about the fact that it's a troop. It works pretty badly to our disadvantage as well, because if they were just like 12 doofuses,
Individuals, yeah.
Caleb drops one of them and then gets to make an AoE fear or intimidate check to
But you
potentially
can
fear all of
intimidate the
them.
whole thing.
Yeah, like you could potentially just win the combat, but since it's a troop, you can't actually do that. He'd have to drop the leader, which is a lot harder to do because
And the
he's
leaders in
probably
the far back, yeah.
yeah, because the leader's probably like a level 8 character or something. And we're also really low on like resources. Like
Yeah.
I have like what do I have available to me? I have a level 2 spell and 2 level 1 spells. Like that's
How
all I
many
have.
spells did you use for Barry?
I don't think we used any.
Yeah, we didn't really.
I think he used
He-
some channels.
Yeah.
Maybe like one or he
He
used
did
a
use
couple.
one cure spell.
He used a cure spell. He converted something into a cure spell and used a channel, I think.
I'm out of channels too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So. Yeah.
So we might be just relying on the rebellion to like bail us out. Slash, as Seeker was saying too, like the citizens maybe. The only downside to that is it's like in the middle of the night, I think right now, or yeah, it is actually. It's the middle of the night. It's like midnight. So like
If we're
if
loud
it was
enough.
during the yeah, if it's during the day, I think there's a better chance because like maybe word is spread about what happened at the opera house.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the optics of what happened in the opera house is actually working to like Barzilai was hoping that it would look like that we attacked, but like I don't know.
We could, like, I mean, because you have the tribal corporation, whatever, you could talk to somebody. We could maybe send, like, somebody ahead with, like, a bell and just start ringing the bell or something just to wake people up.
Right, that's kind of the situation we're in too. I use tribal cooperation, so we're all able to telepathically coordinate something out right now, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's really.
But yeah, I mean that only lasts for like a half minute.
I'd be fine with.
Plan quickly,
guess.
fools!
Yeah, I guess I'd be fine with like seeing what happens. I do have 2 liberating commands prepared. I have
That's
like
really good.
I actually still have quite a bit of spells.
Okay,
I have,
okay. So liberating command actually is a really good one there because one of the things that was the hang up here is if we surrender ourselves over, even if the rebellion launches a counterstrike on the way back to the opera or to the Temple of Asmodeus, we were like, well, we're all tied up and we're helpless. But if you have liberating command, that only has a verbal component. Like you could theoretically just liberating command somebody out of their shackles, and then all of a
Yep.
sudden they can defend themselves. Granted, we won't have any weapons, but and anything, but you know.
I do. Like I said, I have 2 level 3 spells, all my level 2 spells, all my level 1 spells. Like
Mm-hmm. So we got.
There's also the possibility that us getting taken to the Temple of Asmodeus could be a way of getting some good information or scoping out the layout of the place without having to actually break in.
Oh, I don't want to go all the way there. Like,
if we go all the way there, we're dead, basically.
Don't know, but
No. I mean,
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good
as
with.
long as we don't do anything rash, I feel like our people will help us. So even if we're like, okay, fine, we'll go, we concede. I feel like that's not it. I feel like the game's not gonna just end. Like we're gonna have an option. Maybe we can escape. Maybe we can convince a dog to give us the keys because it's in its mouth, and I don't know why the dog has the keys in its mouth. But just, here, Poochie, Poochie, Poochie.
Yeah, and Leon's pretty confident in his own abilities to eventually like get out. Like, granted, there is the real possibility of torture, but that's not something that I'm afraid of, for myself at least.
I
If
don't want to
anybody
go.
will
I
get
definitely don't.
tortured,
I
I
don't
will
want to get
definitely nominate
to.
myself first.
I don't want to get brought back in there and have my identity uncovered.
Well,
That's
it
fair. Put on your
sounds
wizard hat.
well.
Oh, I
How
currently
about
have
this
false
for a
face on, but that's gonna
compromise?
end. That's gonna end tonight. Like it lasts for 7 hours,
Uh,
but and I cast it before I went to the mall, so I still have like 4 more hours of it. But like, still, like if I'm imprisoned in there, then because yeah, like I don't want. I mean, I'm on Mon's probably. I think I've mentioned it a few times, but he's got like family back in the capital. He doesn't want to be implicated in this mess.
I have an idea that might be a good compromise. How about we, surrender for now, and then, as we're going out, I can maybe deliver some sort of secret code to Octavio so that he knows to go with his Hell Knights, like, ahead. That way they can try to provide a distraction so that we can, escape the grasp of
Right. No,
these
that's what I'm thinking. If we
people.
surrender, we're doing it to plan to get out before we get to the temple.
Right. So I'm on board for that. I was also thinking of like, possibly using my bluff to tell them that I'm the leader of the Silver Ravens. Just take me. That way you guys are free to, if you wanted to try to form an ambush further on down the road.
Yeah.
I doubt that would work, but
Okay,
I don't know
well,
if Freedom's gonna let you do that.
well, I guess we could see. I mean, through the tribal cooperation, I mean, I'd give you all the details, but like, even if you get all the details and you still wouldn't be on board with that, we can just go with, we all go together down the road and try to bust out.
Together forever.
Burr, 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 burr.
Exactly.
All right.
Crash
Well,
and burn.
Okay.
surrender.
And knowing that that's the plan of attack, I think I'll try to maybe make a sleight of hand to try and like hide a bomb in my clothing or something. Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to disarm
Well,
us as soon
right,
as we
as I was saying,
surrender.
I'm pretty sure I'll have to hand over all the stuff. But is everybody like on board for that?
I don't see
Like
any
handing
better
over all their
option.
weapons, probably their armor too.
I mean, I
Right.
still have a spell where I can punch people, but I need my focus, I think. So.
And I can still absorb some damage if I need to be like a meat shield. Because I'm at full health right now.
A gnome meat shield. It just doesn't make sense. Do not compute.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I was talking about last time maybe trying to not go with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't know if you're in on the tribal cooperation, so I don't know how
I
things
am.
will swing, but that's fine.
We'll try to convince them that just the four of us are like the leaders and
Yeah,
be like, oh
maybe
yeah.
that
Like,
whole display
I mean, the whole
earlier
thing
would
where
help to
we like
convince
didn't
them
have
as
Caleb
much.
come in, yeah, like that whole
Mm,
thing. Maybe they'll accept that, like, oh yeah, he's okay. He's not one of the inner
Yeah,
yeah.
circle or
and
whatever.
since Barry's out there too, maybe I'll be able to convince them that he
Or that,
also.
yeah, I'm more trouble than I'm worth. Also.
I thought Barry was in here, even though the token's over there.
Well, I think Matt like said that Barry was gonna stay with Caleb on the other side of the doors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Barry was stayed with Caleb because Caleb was being. We shut the door on Caleb, and Caleb was being a little
Right. So I
Uh,
think so maybe we'll be able
there's a
He
to
was
word I'm
being
trying to-
Caleb.
we'll be able to do that.
I was role-playing my
confrontational.
character.
He was being confrontational while we were trying to be diplomatic.
So okay, I guess we can go with that plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's the most interesting is if I can somehow manage to not go and then mount a rescue attempt.
Right, you and Barry.
Yes, that would be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if that's, I don't know. What if you guys get separated from us and then we end up having like a solo adventure in the temple without you? What if
Yeah, no,
we're
we're
the ones
choosing
that
to
get to
split the
play?
party.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
then that's the GM's problem.
Yeah, to me this isn't about like who gets to play. To me this is about what makes an interesting story.
Oh yeah, also, Grim, there's stuff in the
That's not what
party
I was
sheet,
implying.
like some ointments and potions and stuff that we left, and a robe of blending. What?
I'll check.
Anyway, there's some stuff in there. If any of that stuff that interests you. Not that it matters because we're getting it all taken away from us, like right now, but
Is it though?
hopefully only
Did we
temporarily.
did he tell us to give him all the shit? Have we
Not yet.
agreed that we're gonna go yet?
We haven't
They
yet
might not
told them
take
what
our
our
stuff.
decision
They haven't
is.
formally done it yet,
Yeah, they might not take our
but
stuff.
it sounds like that's what we're gonna do.
Where
Especially
are
because,
they
like I
gonna
said,
put
we
it?
don't have any dimensional hop
The-
left for Barry, so even if I pull out the scroll teleport, I can only bring 2 people with me. So
That's fine. If anything, like Leon will tell you, like take freedom with you. He can take prison.
oh no, I was talking about using it to get the prisoners out of here,
Ah, gotcha.
but that's not gonna happen. So
If anything's gonna happen, I'm the one that's gonna go with them.
All right. That'll just mean I get to have fun blowing up a wall.
There you go.
I think
Okay.
we're saying, all right, well, if you'll let our companions, our comrades, free, then we'll go with you.
As the leaders of the Silver Ravens.
Okay. Then hands empty, weapons out.
I already had the glaive that I stole from what's her name?
I might not do well at this, and maybe I'll get punched for it. But I'm gonna try to sleight of hand my holy symbol into my boot. Okay. Probably didn't work out. I don't know. Somebody distract
Is
them.
the holy symbol a weapon though?
He said empty your hands. It's in my hand.
Was it? Or I thought it was
Well-
like I figured it would be like a necklace or something. Like you
Can
hold
it
it up.
be?
I mean, I figured probably you hold it up with your hand, like
Most
from the chain
of
or
the time,
whatever.
that's how I see holy symbols in my head. But
I'll
that
be
doesn't
right
mean
back. Sorry.
Well,
Okay.
it takes up a hand spot. Like it's
Right,
in
you have
your
to hold
hand,
it. You have to
yes.
hold it when you do your thing. But I figured when you're
Like-
not holding it, that's where it is.
How often are you saying
Maybe.
I take a move action to pull out my holy symbol?
Well,
You
no, you
generally don't
always,
have
you
to.
pretty much
It's
always
part-
have it out.
Pulling
That's
out,
my point. Is that if
pulling
it's a
out a
necklace, it's always
focus
out.
or a material component for spell casting is part of the action.
So whenever I have a shield out, the holy symbol is in my hand with my shield. So it's all like, yeah.
Oh, is that how that works? Okay. Yeah, I picture my head necklace, but if that's how it is for freedom.
Well,
who
it can
cares?
be. That
Doesn't
I mean,
matter.
he's right. It probably is on one of those really long, what do they call it, rosary necklace chains or whatever they're
Yeah.
called.
Mhm.
So it probably is because that's a great way to hold it. But it's probably in his hand because we just got from fight to fight. I mean, I don't know. But anyways,
Anyway, I pull up my I just already have my glaive out on the ground, so I just pull out my 2 daggers. I have a cold iron dagger and a silver dagger.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. If allowed, may I attempt to sleight of hand one object during this time, like the components for one bomb, just like the 2 little vials that get mixed together.
Sure. Roll it in the dice tower.
And if it's a small object, I get a little bonus.
Also, my familiar's still hanging out outside. Maybe that'll come in. I can have my familiar come down and help me out somehow.
Tell your familiar to go find me a holy symbol and bring it to me in the time of need.
Oh, I can't talk to my familiar right now, but
Damn.
I just have an empathic bond, I think. Let me check actually. What do I get from my familiar right now? Familiar benefits. Yeah, I can verbally communicate with my familiar though. Like we can actually talk, but yeah, I can't actually like. We just have an empathic link. So my
What's
familiar
this?
would know that I'm distressed right now, but
Yeah.
wouldn't actually know the details.
What's this douche's name? Like Tomend something?
His name is Tombus.
Tombus. The Tombus is assembled in the factory.
And for anybody who knew that he was the leader of the Chelish Citizens
That's
group,
right.
his last name is Regigius.
That's right. Regigigas.
Wait, like the Pokemon?
Regigius.
Yeah.
That's a Pokemon?
Yeah, one of the legendaries in the 3rd generation. Or
That's how
actually,
you spell it.
Ah,
oh, there we go.
I'll take your word for it.
Actually, I don't
I
know if it
don't
came out
know
in the 3rd.
much about Pokemon.
I don't know much past 2nd generation.
Oh, so you know more than I.
Oh, crystal version, how I loved thee.
So did you add the bonus for an extraordinarily small item?
I did not add the bonus. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I was trying to look it up.
Okay.
Because I know daggers, they get like a bonus, and I was thinking it would just
Oh,
be like
did
the
you
bonus you get for
include
that.
Vendelfek in that tribal cooperation?
Sure.
Actually, he might be hidden, but I don't know.
Yeah, you don't see Vendelfek.
Well, if he got somehow included and he's hearing our conversation, hopefully.
I actually was thinking
Okay.
about that earlier. If I like the original plan was that came up that I had thought of, where I was like, if I had Barry and me teleport people out of here, that was one of the ideas I had for like how to get a distraction so we could get over there and do it. Is have like Vendelfek do something to like cause a
Well,
distraction, but
is there any like monsters that we friended that are close by? You know, like the water sewer.
I don't think they're close by.
Thing? No. I was just thinking maybe he can go seek aid or like.
Well, like I said, we told the I don't remember her name, but one of the Fushi sisters, we told her to go
Right.
get to go like tell all the people outside the Lucky Bones about the attack. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that that matters. And then before we turn ourselves in, I'll use the travel cooperation to tell, you know, all 4 of our, the prisoners here plus the armigers over there, like, all right, we're gonna, turn ourselves in, but hopefully you guys can, get us out. But we gotta get Octavio, Laria, Corva, and Kane out of here. Because yeah,
Mhm.
they're over here like no health. Like if we try to fight them, they'll probably just get killed.
Okay.
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't want to fight them for sure. Well, not at least
Not right now.
not in this space.
No, we're gonna fight
Out
them
in
in
the
a
open
much.
in the city streets, absolutely.
It's gonna be a
Run the
worse.
streets.
It's gonna be even worse situation for us. Although
Well,
if we're able
just,
to just get away out there, then we can regroup here or something.
Well, okay. I mean, what? What are the chances that any of us are gonna get away? We have a liberating command. I have
Two.
Two liberating commands.
Did I prepare? Let me open my hero lab because I don't know if I actually prepared it. Usually I have it.
Well, remember, it's
I
not
don't
only our
think I-
own resources, but we might have like a rescuing group, depending if like Caleb and Barry get like, multiple members of the Order of the Torrent or other rebellion members.
That's if they
That's
even let us.
assuming they don't
Yeah.
insist that they need to come with.
Okay, no, I did not prepare a liberating command, so I don't have that. All I have is 2 lay on hands.
That's something.
That's good enough for one channel or
I
2
have-
self heals.
No, it's not. Isn't channel 3?
Channel is
Channel's
dose.
2.
There's only 2. Oh, okay. Then yeah, I could channel. So yeah. I'm willing to like fight them out on the street if it seems like it's an option. If it's not, Freedom will be the one that will go to the temple as a prisoner. Others may also come, but if it comes to the point where it's a trade for one for everybody, Freedom will do it, not you, Leon. He looks down at you. I know how much you want to be the hero.
Purposefully avoid your gaze. Fine. Game on, as they say.
All right. So, Tombus is musing to himself about this victory.
Mhm.
The Datari, they see Freedom attempting to palm the holy symbol, and one of them stops you and gets Tombus's attention, but as he sees the holy symbol, he simply scoffs and says, his faith won't be saving him where they're going. So he dismisses it. They don't see Leon palming anything.
I
Yeah,
get to
so you
keep my holy
distracted them,
symbol?
and you got to keep your holy symbol anyway.
Yay! That means I get to punch people later.
But he is waiting now for them, the Datari, to bind your hands, or rather your wrists, to each other with manacles,
Okay.
Okay.
which they do.
I'm guessing they take my shield and weapon away, but
They'll take your shield and weapon, sure.
Do I get to wear my armor?
They don't take your armor.
Oh, good. Okay.
That probably
would
takes
require
a lot more
stripping
time.
you and stuff. Yeah.
It's also my divine, whatever.
Divine bond, yeah.
Yeah, bond. Yeah, yeah.
I assume they take our bag and like all of our items on our person that hasn't been like squirreled away through sleight of hand.
They don't take like your backpacks, no.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Oh.
They think they have us by what they have holding hostage. Because most hostage situations, they'll wait till we're fully captured before they'd release them.
Now I kind of wish I had palmed something else then. Oh well.
I mean, what use is your bag to you when you can't use your hands to get stuff?
True.
I guess that's true, but I don't really like reach into my bag
But
to
are these
put
my
my bomb
real
components
hands?
together.
Well, that's fine for us because, yeah, like,
Yeah, that's fine.
like I got
Well,
scrolls and wands and shit in my backpack. That is a magical backpack, but they don't necessarily know that.
that's true.
Um,
I mean, I'll tell you this right now: with your hands bound, you guys aren't going to be able to retrieve anything from your bags.
sure, not yet. But if I get like an escape artist check with a plus 16 bonus, maybe I can get out of it,
Ooh.
and then I can actually use it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All
So
right.
yeah, or if yeah, whatever the case may be, or if
I knew
like
I
a.
should have coated myself in grease
But
before
yeah,
this.
we're kind of just having the hope. Like I tell the before this happens at the very at the tail end of the tribal bond, I tell the armigers like the armigers and the hostages here like, all right, well, we're going with them. Like it's up to you guys now. So hopefully they do something heroic for us. I don't know.
Right. And does Tombus make any mention of, anybody else coming with us, like those who are currently stationed outside, or does it seem like he's only concerned with us three?
No, he wants the 5 of you.
Okay. Then I will
Oh, he's
tell
gonna have a
him,
fun time then.
I'll tell him, like, "Ah, you don't want them, they are merely lowly foot soldiers. We are the leaders. All of these are just pawns. Do you want to fill up this yourselves with, this riffraff?"
You're talking about your own people that way? Okay.
Do you think Barzillai will be happy with bringing in a few pawns when you can take their king and queens and what are the other pieces? You know, trying to convince him that he only wants to take us.
That's all he is doing, right?
No, Matt said the 5 of us, meaning I assume that meant Barry and Caleb.
Oh, are you trying to make them seem like they're not part of the inner circle?
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
I
we,
mean
we don't
that
want
was
that
my
riffraff.
plan.
So let me know if I need to roll anything like a bluff.
But if Matt's like, I don't want them to split the party, and so this guy knows that they're not actually riffraff, maybe that's the case.
Well, then we'll go from there.
We'll see what happens.
But hopefully this doofus doesn't know anything.
He
Whoa.
tells you, Leon, to don't waste your breath. I know who the 5 of you are. You're
Oh.
your your little your pal who tipped us off told me exactly who you are.
Who exactly is my pal?
That
Pal.
was
Make way.
the
Make
Taylor
way.
guy, yeah. He was the spy.
Or the guy who like gave them all the info once they invaded. We don't know if like it was premeditated or if he was just trying to save his own skin.
No, I'm pretty sure he just did it because they paid him. Like he was kind of
Yeah,
a
I'm pretty
scummy
sure he
guy.
was the spy from
He was kind of
from
a
the
scummy
beginning.
guy to begin with. Let's be honest.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah, and that's coming from the lawyer, mind you.
Wow, the
Well-
burns are just everywhere.
I'll
I mean,
just
it takes one to know one.
Yeah.
I'll shrug at Tombus and blow some smoke in his face and say, "All right, it is your funeral."
So yeah, he expects Caleb and Barry
Were
to
the
surrender their
hostages freed
weapons.
yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, if they open the door and say, "Hey, you need to surrender your weapons," I'll say, "I'll give you my weapon when the hostages are free." And I'm talking about not the party members. Somehow I indicated that.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I am a hostage.
When
Let the innocent hostages
Octaviar,
go.
Laria, and Kane, and Corva.
But also, if that was happening, didn't I say I put my scythe in the bag of holding already last session?
No.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I
I
don't
mean, we
know.
literally went from combat to here, so I don't know.
I mean, if you
what
wanted to be in there,
No,
like,
no.
be in
While
there.
I was in the hallway and we all had tribal cooperation on and we could talk to each other in the
No,
head,
no.
I thought I did that.
If you mention it at all, I tell you don't do that. I'd say keep a different weapon in there and give them the scythe, because if you don't have the scythe, they're going to be suspicious about it. But if you give them
Okay,
the
that's
scythe,
true.
they'll say, "Oh, okay, we got a scythe, yeah," and then you'll pull a fucking
Oh, yeah.
greatsword out of your bag of
Yeah,
holding
yeah.
later.
Amon tells me that, so yeah, I have my greatsword in the bag already. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll hand over the
Amon, you're
scythe
so
then.
smart.
When the innocent hostages are set free. If that doesn't happen, then we may need to have a confrontation.
New characters.
I mean, I could
Of
play a
Dragon
blacksmith, but Sam, that's all he does. He just
No, you probably.
poke
How-
him with the hot irons.
How does Tombus react to this declaration?
My backup character is a hostage right now, so
Oh, lovely. Your third character? Are they also a hostage?
It's like my third
it's grim.
character is Laria.
Kane is my backup character.
Right, I
now.
know, yeah.
My backup character is Vendelfek.
I'm just gonna put. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
there
be
you
playing
go.
hopscotch with my two characters.
I could see Zudarin being Vendelfek. That I can, yeah.
As long as I get class levels equal to the party on him, yeah, I'd totally play Vendelfek.
Oh my god.
I know I had that other character that was introduced, but I think I actually would have to bring out my paladin from Kingmaker.
You're depressed.
Oh.
Just bring him back.
Rather than answer your question, Caleb, Tombus takes Amon by the shoulder and pushes him forward and says, "Tell him what to do."
Yeah, I'll tell him just to go ahead and drop give him the scythe.
You trust this man to not hurt these other hostages? I'll ask him on.
I don't entirely trust him, but I think it's in his best interest.
Okay, I'll go with you on this, even though I don't like it, and I'll agree to hand over my scythe.
Yeah.
It's
I
in
mean,
his best
the armigers are still armed, for
Okay,
example.
they take the scythe, and they
That's true.
they'll hold your hands out so they can manacle them.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, they do, and I assume Barry complies as well. Okay.
And-
Was that you're gonna say something, Grim?
Yeah, he gives up all of his stuff. He gives up his dagger, crossbow, and shield.
Okay.
And virginity? No, I'm kidding.
I assume he keeps his holy symbol though, since he didn't make much fuss over
Uh,
freedoms.
I didn't even bother trying to do anything. It's hidden.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. They just make sure that there's no visible weapon on your persons. So that is the
Man, I wish
status
we had
right
a
now.
monk in this party.
Nobody has a visible weapon on their person at the moment.
And technically, I'm wearing magical sleeves that, if I wanted to, I could just change my outfit to be a holy symbol.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Well, I mean, you can give yourself the appearance of an insignia, but it won't function as a holy symbol.
Okay.
I just imagine Barry wearing like a really skimpy outfit, but it has to be because it's in the shape of a holy symbol of Desna. Like that's just how it forms. All right.
Yeah, a holy symbol is a symbol of something very specific. But okay, once all of you are bound, they start to lead you out of the Lucky Bones and into Cantargo.
Can you pull me up the map again? My
No, don't do it, Matt.
We
We
found
learned.
the trick.
Open your character sheet and double click the right icon of your character on the top of your character sheet.
I'll do.
Not that it matters. We're not gonna be standing on this map. It's gonna be
Yeah, we're not gonna be on
Mind
this map, but
blown.
we figured out, or they figured out.
secret. Secret found it out. Although I discovered it just as she was telling me, because she mentioned it. And I was like, oh yeah, what does that do? And I double clicked it as
I
she
was
told
just
me.
clicking on everything because I was trying to figure
So
out.
I wouldn't have if she didn't mention anything about it. I wouldn't have found out either. But yeah.
What do they have the hostages do as we are let out, or do we not see what happens to anybody? Because I'm curious if they left like any contingent.
They leave them there.
So the armigers probably
Tombus
have to.
basically orders all of the Tatari out with him,
Okay.
and you guys and he are surrounded by like 16 soldiers.
Okay.
As long as they're not a troop.
Well, they are.
I know. I'm kidding.
What can we do to make them not be a troop?
Yeah, we need to
What
take
can
out
we
one of
do?
them so they only
Yeah.
have
Time
15.
to do
Then
what
they're
we
no
do
longer a
best.
troop.
It'd be
So
funny if there
descend in the
was like
ranks.
a class feature that was like specifically an anti-troop like archetype, or like a spell that like breaks up the troop.
Yeah, it's called Wall of Force.
Yeah, if you put a wall of force right in the middle, does that work? I don't think it actually does.
I don't
Well,
think it does, but
I think they-
technically
if I was a
whole
It would
GM, I'd
shun
rule
The
it
troop
does.
gets a
save
reflex
if
save
we
and
get
they go
pushed
on
to
one
one side.
side or the other. Yeah, it's so dumb.
You know how you
No.
defeat troops? Fireball.
But
By
yeah, I mean,
not
like honestly,
fighting them in the
troop
first
is
place.
not anywhere near as strong a subtype
lightning.
as swarm.
Oh yeah, no, because you can actually just
Sure.
kill up
They
normally,
take damage from like
Yeah, they take
anything
and their
you
AC
do.
is usually really low.
Yeah.
Like they're normally
It's
pretty-
just to really facilitate the whatchamacallit, the fighting lots of things.
lots of weak things. Yeah.
I've actually even considered using the minion the minion thing from 4E, because that actually does work really well if you want to just give like one big bad like a bunch of mooks that aren't going to slow down combat because they'll all just have 1 HP each.
hmm
It just forces your PCs to use actions to get rid of them.
Yeah. So it's an alternative to using troops, I suppose. And then you'd have it still be like they're considered like one hit die or whatever, so they don't they don't actually trigger things that like give you panache back and things like that because they're too weak.
Yeah. Anyway, so they start leading you out, and they're taking you into the streets of Old Cantargo here. At we'll say that all of this, whatchamacallit, all of this like negotiating and stuff took about 30 minutes.
Alrighty.
I disagree. It's
Push the
been
time
53
forward.
minutes.
I still got my thing going, so that's good. That's hours per level.
I'm fairly sure heroism is going to fall off if it hasn't. I don't remember when you cast it on me, Pluto, with the extend at like 11:30. It's probably off by now.
Yeah, I think. Well, no, with the extend rod, and I cast it around. If it was 11:30, then it's still up for. Or
We had long fighting.
no, I
Like,
guess
isn't
it's
it like
it might be down
4
now.
a.m. or something?
Well, let's see, because it lasts for. It lasts for. Yeah, it'd be down now because it lasts for 140 minutes. So yeah, it'd be down now.
Yeah. Like, I'm tired, man. Let me
Yeah, you
sleep.
guys should be tired in characters. You guys should be exhausted.
Literally
I mean,
exhausted.
yeah, if you guys ended up just fighting the whole night, you guys would be fatigued from no sleep. But on your way out of Old Cantargo, a single Datari soldier does like approach, and Tombus hails them, and you can hear them saying that they have orders from the Temple of Asmodeus that Tombus needs to see immediately.
I'm gonna
Uh
train to
huh.
try to hear what they're saying
Likewise, if
with my not great perception roll. Yeah, it's not very good.
Not great perception. Funny.
bloop.
Okay, well, they basically give him a missive, and he reads it, and they talk for a little bit about it, but I suppose Leon is the one that hears the most clearly that they want Tombus to hold on to you guys for a little while before uh, bringing you to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
And he's not sure why, and he's like asking like the particulars about this order.
Leon has a suspicion.
But
Orders are not made to be questioned; they're made to be
as
followed.
this continues, though, Leon, you do notice in the darkness that
Uh-huh.
there you do see people like taking positions around the buildings and street corners and alleys.
Excellent. He smiles. And I'll try to pass like a secret message on to like those who are manacled together, like the raven is about to make landfall. I just kind of like motion with my eyes towards the areas where I see this activity.
So eventually, Tombus and this other Datari are like they're arguing about which protocol to follow, and it ends with the Datari saying that
Yeah, like we're
that
supposed to
all
take
right, um everyone's in position, and in a flourish they what is it called,
the Datari is not actually
they
the Datari.
remove their disguise, yeah, in a
Uh-huh.
flourish, and you see that it is Daring Dan.
Yep.
Hey, mommy.
All of the Atari around you, they start pulling their weapons, but as they do, and Tombus quickly draws his two flaming short swords. There's one group that reveal themselves, and you see that is your security squad.
Whew.
Another group shows up as the Asasazi scouts,
Oh, nice.
and Citrona Sabinus
Oh,
is
yay.
also there with them as well, as is the big rotund barkeep.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
That rude dude.
Yeah,
Do we see the Fushi sister? What was her name? What was the name of the Fushi sister that we sent before we get
Streep.
Streep? Do we see Streep here as well?
You don't see Streep,
Okay.
but that's
She's
probably
probably
by design.
she's probably the one that let these guys know to do this though, and got everyone back here. So
She's getting a raise after this.
yeah.
Nice. I'll shout, birds of a feather, fight together.
Yeah.
As I'm
So
sure some stuff is about to go down.
Well,
yeah,
it is now that you said that.
Tombus orders, the Atari to, start firing at will, and all present.
Wait, who's Will?
I nominate myself to be Will.
I
Oh
knew I
no.
should have gone by Billy. Ugh.
yeah, all present start to engage each other. What do you guys do?
So we're
I-
shackled, manacled, right?
Yeah.
I attempt a strength check to break the manacles. I don't know if that's a thing, but
Roll initiative and we'll see who acts in what order.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think I have
I
an
rolled
idea of
really
what we
low.
should do.
Well, I know like Barry's.
hey, I wish that was my strength check
Once
though.
Barry's able to go and can use his liberating command, that's a plus 16 bonus to escape artist. So I
Who
have
should I use it on first? Myself?
well, a manacle's a DC 30 to get out of, so you want to use it on someone that a plus
I
16
have
bonus
a
gives a chance to get
heroism
out.
on me. I think that was
So
from
so
Leon.
Yours
so
is
you're
still
saying
on. No, your
so
heroism's still on.
so you're
Okay.
saying use it on yourself?
If you have ranks in escape artist, then yes. I have one rank in it, so I only have a plus 6. But so I'm like okay at it. But yeah, if you have ranks in it, I'd use it on yourself first.
No, I thought who has the highest escape artist out of our group? Leon?
No, I don't have any ranks in it,
Might be me then.
but I'm
Not a-
flattered.
I have one
Probably
rank in it.
Amon. I've none.
Yeah, I have none either. Or I don't have a rank, but I have a plus 4.
If you
total.
get me out of it, I can um use my teleport scroll to like get 2 other people out,
Yep,
and then you could liberate
cast on
command.
myself.
Yeah, and
Okay,
hopefully we succeed.
Barry, what do you do? You're the first one to act.
He casts liberating command on Amon.
Okay, Amon, go ahead and make the appropriate escape artist check.
All right, here goes. It's still not a for sure
Don't
thing.
roll
It's
low.
like a 50-50.
Ugh.
Oh, I
dude.
missed it by
Yeah.
Aw,
1.
by 1.
Look at
That
that.
sucks.
That's so dumb. All right, well,
Got another one. Because I think that's only an immediate. You can do it again as a standard.
You'll cast it again on Amon.
all right. That's still unfortunate though, because now you're out of them.
If you can even get out of this.
He can do it. He just has to roll an 8 or better.
Hey, that's
Ceiling of
Yay!
18. That's a heroic number right there.
that's what I needed the first time.
All right. Yeah, by magic, those shackles almost like slip off of you.
hmm God, if only I had the knock. If I had a scroll of knock, that'd be even better because I could just unlock all of them.
Caleb, if you want to try
It
and
might.
break the shackles, and you can roll me a strength. It's gonna have to be impressive though.
I mean, I just wasted my 20, but I feel like I don't have any better option to try and get out.
You can try and run and drag
Just
us
roll
all
a
along
20
with
again,
you.
bro.
There we go! I did it!
Oh
my
I did
God.
it!
That's the exact
I did
DC, by the way. To break manacles requires a strength check DC
What?
26.
That's pretty impressive.
2 20s in a row!
You see Daring Dan, aka your mother, engaging Tombus directly in combat and with like a mighty yeah, you see Caleb just shatter his manacles.
I think it's the only person in the party who's capable of doing that. Nobody else is strong enough.
For
Oh
now.
my god. I
well,
can't
no.
believe that.
I mean, I'm
You have plus 6
strong.
strength bonus?
They're
on
still
freedom?
like the cuffs are still
Well,
on you,
I
but
don't
like
know
you
if my
break the chain on them.
Sure.
Bull
Yeah.
strength is on me anymore. It
I
probably
reach,
isn't
I pull out
much.
the bag of holding.
As a move
which
action, and that will be your turn.
Yeah, gonna be the end of my turn.
Alright, you do that.
This minute's
Good job.
probably-
Congratulations.
It's probably
That-
not on me anymore.
That's
so
stupid.
no.
I mean,
Hey, that was a movie moment right there.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
yeah,
Freedom.
yeah.
Okay, so we're are we outside in the streets or
Yeah.
are we okay?
Yeah, you're outside in the streets, and it's low light right now.
I guess we're
Okay.
doing this combat without a map, right?
And we're in
We're not using a map for this.
manacles and
It's not really combat here.
Am I actually technically being grappled by them? Like, am I being held as we go?
No, you're not being grappled. There's 16 soldiers that are all tightly grouped with you guys between them.
Okay.
You are in the troop right now. As is
Yeah.
Tombus.
I purposefully, accidentally trip and go prone.
Okay, yeah, you hit the floor.
Okay. And I'm all in like my armor, so it's not like I can just get up, you know. So I
Oh, that
hopefully
sounds
like
so
slow the
comfortable.
troop down.
Prone in heavy armor. Gross.
I'm buying us time, okay? And
Leon,
distracting
what do you
them,
do?
hopefully.
Well, Freedom
I
does
think
the
they're
thing
more
that a kid
distracted by
does
the
when he
people
doesn't want to be
attacking
put in
them, but, you know.
timeout.
Wait, are you guys actually attacking?
No,
No,
Or
all
no,
of our
the other
allies
one,
that
sorry.
our
showed up.
allies are attacking.
Oh, right.
Let's
I mean,
see.
there's nothing I can do.
Are we all manacled together?
Yeah, I mean, going prone is good.
No,
You're
we have manacles just on our hands.
you know,
You're
not
not
gonna get hit,
manacled
hopefully.
together.
Okay.
That's true.
Is it? Well, knowing that, do you want to change your mind, Freedom? Like, is
Well,
that
I
what
have
you
more
want?
actions, right?
Yeah,
Or-
that's right.
Dropping prone is free.
That's why I
That's
was
a free
asking.
action,
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
yeah.
sure that you had more.
Yeah. And I guess I can try escape artist out of these.
You can, yeah.
It's
Let me
have to be pretty high.
It's a
what
DC
my-
30.
Well, because if I
Assuming they're
put
standard
Blessed
manacles.
Fist on me, I wouldn't have to be out of my manacles, right?
Can you do that though?
I don't know. That's what
You
I'm trying to
wouldn't
find.
be able to cast it. You can't perform any
can
Oh,
only
it's
do-
somatic.
seismic. Oh, yeah.
components.
Okay.
Yeah, it has a
can't.
you'd have to have a still spell version of it prepared basically.
Darn. Okay. Not option then.
This is a situation also where a psychic spellcaster would be really good too if you're playing one of those. Like, okay.
Yeah, there's like,
I
okay,
don't
yeah,
think
sure,
it's
bind me.
Yeah.
Or being a
that's-
monk because you're like, all right, I'll just kick the shit out of everyone.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, exactly, a monk.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna headbutt everybody.
Yeah.
Or
Or
bite
I'll just
if you're a
elbow
damper.
you.
Oh, you
I mean, we have a mon, but not a
or,
monk.
or you just made it to where I could slam with both my fists
I
together.
was playing if I was playing if I was
Yeah.
playing Frand, I'd be like, all right. He'd be like, yeah, man, sure.
Sure.
We'll surrender all of our weapons. Here's my fan that I never use.
Do you need anything moved? Can I stay the night?
Yeah. Do you guys get free boarding? I'll take
okay.
a free night in your jail. That sounds fine.
Yeah.
Normally I have to do favors
yeah.
to stay at someone's hotel.
True. So I think at this point, like, I guess I'm just gonna try to escape artist. Like, it's not gonna be a great check.
Okay.
But I'm gonna like give it my best.
Go for it.
Let me see.
Roll.
Go-
Is this even a possible like?
I mean, if Zerduram can start the night with a 20, then anything's possible.
Well, the problem is
That
the
was two
skill
20s
checks
in a
aren't
row.
auto successes on 20s.
Right.
So-
True.
I know.
but you know,
12.
It's a good-
12.
it's a good roll.
It's a good roll, but yeah, unfortunately, you're not.
All right, so I'm
slippery
prone
kind of
struggling,
person.
but I'm also kind of like stopping their movement and becoming like a hindrance to them. Hopefully.
Hopefully,
Okay.
I think.
I mean, if they
you're-
want to keep escorting you, that they have to pick you up off the ground. So
True
that's
that.
Yeah,
a
you're doing
plus.
that thing that toddlers do, where you just like, all my limbs go
Oh,
limp. I don't want to be
oh.
picked up. I don't want to go anywhere.
It's so hard. I don't know how to function.
Yeah.
You know what this combat's teaching me? I gotta save at least 10 feet of that dimensional hop.
Yeah. For emergencies.
Yeah.
All right. Leon, what do you do?
All right. Is just running away from the troop an option that's physically possible?
You can at reduced
might hurt.
speed. You're within difficult terrain, and you're within difficult terrain. But you can just bolt. You can just run if you want to.
Okay. Then that's what I'll do.
They're distracted. Okay, so you're gonna run 30 feet somewhere because you have to move at half speed.
20 feet.
Or 20 feet, yeah, that's right. All right, you'll move
Right.
20 feet. So you get You basically get like 5 feet away from the troop.
All right. I break clear. Now, is it possible to actually run through difficult terrain? Like if I wanted to like do the action run?
No,
I don't think so.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess
but you
I'll
can double
move 20
move,
feet.
which is what you did.
Yep. All right. I'll tell everyone like you know, scatter. If I had a bottle, I'd break it.
Okay.
Scatter.
Tombus
I hardly know
yells
her.
at the Datari. What are you doing, you morons? And he takes the greatest offense to this person who ate up his time and stalled him.
Oh no, he's gonna try to kill Daring Dan.
Well, he's gonna have an angry Caleb to deal with.
Oh.
Ooh, got close to a potential crit.
Oh boy, this guy's level 15 at least.
Well, he has 2 weapons, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, but those are
Those are
iterative.
all iterative.
Look at the bonus. You can read the math. No, it means he's level
Yeah.
11
Figured.
is actually what that would mean, but
Oh, okay. I forgot what.
I
Yeah,
don't care
went
about the
to the next
numbers.
thing.
Let me at him.
But still, level 11 is pretty rough.
He's one guy. If Reign of Winter has taught me anything, like a group versus one thing
oh
will
yeah,
always win.
definitely. Well, if but if we like fought him, especially without the troop backing him up, then yeah, like our party probably beats him even though he's like 3 levels higher than us.
Okay,
Plus, we
there,
have all
now
our
it
friends.
works.
If Reign of Winter
I had to
taught
add
me
and.
anything, be thankful they don't have flamethrowers. Okay? That's what I learned.
That's
Or
a good
sniper
lesson too.
rifles.
That's what I learned too.
The flamethrower troop is scary. Though volley is scary. Yes, volley is scary.
Okay, so that's all his main hand and his offhand.
Oof.
So Daring Dan is gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4
No.
hits.
It would be fitting if Daring Dan died to rescue us, but I hope that's not what happens.
Yeah, I
It
hope
might.
not.
It could happen.
Oh, I have to set up a new weapon. Oh my god.
You don't have your greatsword set up already? What the hell? You used your greatsword at one
I
point,
used
didn't
the
you?
old greatsword. I didn't
You
use
should
the
see
new
my weapon
greatsword.
Oh
page.
my god. Just
I
edit your old greatsword then.
I know. Work.
I have a flaming mace, a blessed fist, a club,
I
a
lied. It is
mace,
set up.
Oof. That's
I thought
a
this was the old
dagger,
greatsword, but
Double
I
damage
updated
here.
a
it.
shield, a bow, another dagger, a longsword, a morning star, another dagger. How many fucking daggers?
That's 48 points of damage. Weesh.
I have a lot of daggers. Oh, I have a sap as well.
Alright, yeah, that is 48 points of damage. Let me see.
That might be enough to drop Daring
Does
Dan.
Daring Dan
Daring
have?
Dan is probably like lower level than we are.
Lower than you, but not like completely helpless.
I mean, Daring Dan's like probably a
Uh.
martial vigilante, right? Like the Avenger or whatever they call it.
Now they're a shuriken thrower who runs on rooftops.
I believe Daring Dan's an Avenger vigilante, but I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
Which is a D8. It's only a D8 hit die though, so I don't know. Hope for the best.
Is breaking out of manacles a full round action, like for that strength check?
Just a standard, I think.
Okay, because I was just wondering, like, Caleb probably would have tried to go for a sword or something, so he probably still had
No,
a
that's
move
what he
action.
did. He
I
pulled out
pulled
his
out the
bag
bag
of
of holding.
holding.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna take him a standard action to pull it out of the bag of holding because it's not a handy haversack though. so
guess
he's
I
not
was
gonna be
still
able to attack
blinded
next
by
turn
the
either. It's kinda
amazing
pretty
roll
rough.
for breaking out of the manacles.
That's why I think Daring Dan might actually get killed.
We'll see.
But I mean, that makes Daring Dan's trying to
Daring
rest.
Dan is not dead or unconscious at the moment.
Not yet. Okay, that's
They
good.
are critical though after all of that,
Jeez.
hmm
because Daring Dan has about 51 hit points.
Okay, well, maybe this is the time for
Factoring in the
Caleb.
D8 plus putting 1 point in Vigilante for every favorite class point and
Yeah,
a
yeah.
14 con. Yeah, that's what
So
I'm
I think
getting.
this might be the spot where Caleb has to make a decision: pull out the great sword as a standard action, or go for the Hail Mary intimidate attempt.
And
All right, let's
Utari, they all
see what that
fire
Ikari
Yeah, we'll have
do.
to see what
on
happens.
they all fire on the others, all of the your other groups that are
Our
Your
coming
friends.
at
squad
them.
and the Asastasi
Yeah.
elves.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing that whole time. Amon.
Okay. So I'm kind of like in the troop right now. So pulling out like a scroll and trying to cast it would like provoke, I guess. Troops are weird. Um so I don't really want to try to use a scroll here is the thing. Using a potion is also kind of bad because it provokes, but at least like if I just take some damage if they hit me. Um so I think I have to take a turn here to pull out from my handy haversack because they didn't take my simple backpack because they didn't know it was a magic backpack. I pull out a potion of invisibility and drink my potion of invisibility, which will provoke while drinking it. But
I feel like that they do provoke. I just want to make sure.
yeah, I don't know how that actually works. So they just take damage. I don't actually know how it works. Troops are weird, but I'm at full health, so if I take some damage, I'll take that. And then once I'm invisible, I should be fine. And then next turn, I can start pulling out some scrolls because I got some good scrolls I can pull out, but
You know what? I don't think they provoke
okay. It is then.
because in
'Cause
in the troop attack, it specifically states that they don't make standard melee attacks, which means they don't get AOs.
weird.
They just
So
do automatic damage.
Right.
On their. You know what? Okay, so you guys actually are going to take damage just from being in the troop. So I guess that's like
There's that.
representative
Right.
yeah,
of the
okay, that's
combat and
fair.
stuff like that. So let me roll
I don't know. Freedom's
d6s for you
prone.
guys. There's still like
Oh,
16 of them doing
there.
things.
Yeah. It's
Some of them
Yeah.
might be trying to get freedom up or like taking the opportunity to like put their boots to him.
Medium style.
Style.
yeah. Think
fun.
of it like it's an actual swarm, except for it also harms adjacent.
Actually, does invisibility
Tile.
even do anything versus troops in that case? Like,
I don't think so because I think it's like
I
a
think
bunch of
invisibility
people
does help because a troop is immune to any spell or effect that targets a specific number of creatures, but invisibility means you're invisible to everyone who can't see you.
right? Like, do I just not take damage if I'm invisible versus them?
I think so.
Okay.
If you're
They
in the
can't see you.
middle of them, I
Right.
don't
That's
know.
what I'm figuring. If I'm invisible, I feel like I should be good. And also, like, I still need to do that because I'm pretty sure if I try to cast a scroll, if I'm in a troop, I have to do a concentration check per like the damage over time rules because I think being in a swarm counts as like a dot. So I'm going to use the potion of visibility and I'm going to assume that means I don't have to take the dot damage. So anyway, how much damage did we take from the swarm? Did you roll that yet?
I haven't rolled that yet.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna drink a potion of visibility, so that I can stop getting, killed by the swarm. And then next turn, I might pull out the scroll of teleport and get people out of the swarm if I need to, like Freedom, who probably isn't gonna be able to get out of the manacles very easily. Um,
No, but I can start becoming a nuisance down here.
Okay, so hold on. I don't know if this changes you're gonna do a mon, but I'm gonna make this ruling final. If you're invisible inside of a troop, you will take damage because of the chaos of combat.
Okay,
You are
I won't
still
do it then.
technically within reach, and
That's
whose
how I
space
perceive.
they occupy. If you are invisible at the edge of the troop, then they don't occupy your space, so they wouldn't do damage to you. But you are within reach.
Okay, I won't do that then.
But this is the damage that
Can
everyone but
you
Leon
move out
takes.
of the troop and then do it?
I don't know if he has enough
Exclusionary
speed.
bonus. It's 2d6 plus 6. So 12. Everybody takes 12.
Okay. Well, that means I can at least tell what my concentration bonus would be.
We all take 12.
Yeah.
Except for me, because I'm not in the troop.
Yeah, everyone but Leon.
So if I'm taking continuous damage, this would count as continuous damage. I make concentration check equal to 10 plus half the damage taken plus this level of the spell I'm casting.
That's
So
not too bad. That's
so
only
instead, if I pull out a
18.
scroll of teleport, for example, I would make a DC
Oh,
21.
21.
21, yeah.
Um,
You could do it.
yeah,
Your
I mean,
check is pretty decent.
it's a plus 13 is my check, so it's not like a for sure thing. I could also do something else though. Like I could do like on DC 19, for example, I could do a greater invisibility,
If
and put it on like Caleb or something.
if you
um,
do the teleport, you might be able to teleport yourself, Caleb, and Freedom right next to the dude with the two swords, because I'm pretty sure that you're pretty sure that Caleb is gonna try and go after that
well,
guy.
Caleb's got to take a standard action to pull his great sword out too, so that's what I was saying. I'm not sure he might actually want to try to just
Standard
intimidate.
or move action when I already
It's
have the bag in my hand.
It's a standard action to pull out of
Pull
a
out
bag
of
of
a bag of
holding. It's
holding.
only a move
Okay.
action to pull it out of a handy
Handy
Yeah,
dandy.
dandy sack.
I may not be pulling out a weapon.
Like you might be trying to intimidate Tombus and just hoping that like
Or
he fails
running
his
at
will
him and
save.
grappling him.
That could work too if you can get to him.
Of course I can. There's no map. So I'm 0 distance away.
Damn,
Logic.
good call. Maybe I
Or
just double move out of the swarm now since I'm out of it. And just to hope that Freedom's okay. Like I don't know.
Freedom's just on the ground like, I'm okay. I got them right where I want them.
I'm fine. I'm kicking somebody in the nuts right now.
All right, perfect. I'll just do that. I'll just double move out of it and this maybe not even go in the same way as like going in opposite direction of Leon so that if they want to try to chase me down, they can't chase us both down, you know? Like split the Scooby squad split up and we're just going to run all different directions. Um so yeah, I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to double move out of the swarm.
Okay.
And I
You
have better move speed than Leon too. My move speed, so I probably can get completely out of its range.
Barry, what do you do? Oh, and at the bottom of the round, sorry. Your allies continue to fight, and Daring Dan takes out their like sawed-off blunderbuss,
Oh,
and
nice.
they fire it like very close to Tombus, but it's not pellets or something that comes out. It's like a bunch of uh like dust that shoots out of
Mm,
it,
like a smoke screen,
and he's going to no more like
like a dirty trick.
like a
Like a blind.
kind of like a dirty trick, but it looks like glitter dust.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
So he will make a will save. Because that's right. It's weird. Glitter dust is a will
Yes.
More
Yes,
like
it is.
won't
for
save.
some odd
Well,
reason.
maybe if he's blinded, then you can actually take means you can take the turn to pull out your great sword.
Oh well, he
Oh,
failed.
nice. Hell
So
yeah.
Nice.
he gets like
Hey.
his face full of this stuff, and he starts cursing and uh stuff like that.
I mean, I suppose you could still intimidate him anyway, but
I could. He won't be able to see me though, which isn't required. He only has to be able to hear me for intimidate. But
But after Daring Dan does that, they back up.
oh, good.
They're injured.
Okay, so
They do so
looks like
while
Daring Dan might not be in.
cackling and laughing at
Oh, so giving
Thomas.
away their position.
God damn it.
Trying not to show that they're injured. Caleb's family doesn't like to
Bravado,
show
yeah.
weakness.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up,
That's
Caleb?
where Caleb learned it from.
The best way to raise a child.
All right, Barry, what do you do?
Well, yeah, when I went out to the farm to, harvest crops, my dad gave me a scythe. It's like, just attack the Fae if you see any.
Barry will double move in position or try to get behind Daring Dan. And he activates his ability to make it to where he ignores the difficult terrain of this troop.
Nice.
Okay, you may do that, and you do.
He says, "Can you help with this while he's distracted?" And he like raises up his manacles.
Oh, yeah, Grace is a verbal component only as well.
They'll do what they can.
He had that.
He says, "I can heal you if you break these."
All right, Caleb.
Oh no, you used your that was your domain ability.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like Caleb actually had a brother, but he killed his brother.
No.
Yeah. I only got one more of those.
I'm not that messed up.
Like one more round of that use.
It was a
stuff.
twin, like an identical.
Identical twin that he murdered.
I mean, while playing with the machete, he accidentally chopped his
No,
brother in
with his
half.
scythe.
It was like the good son. You know?
I tried to
like,
hide
the
the fact that
wrong-
it happened
the wrong
by
boy
pretending to be
died.
both
And then
children.
Caleb's like
Wrong
sitting there
kid
like,
died.
yeah, but those gosh darn liberals in Cantargo are trying to pass laws against scythes. Because
Yeah,
I
no,
killed.
that's what I was referencing to. You know the reference. That movie is
course.
hilarious.
Love it.
You can have
Um,
the house and the kids, but you leave me my monkey.
Oh lord.
So I'm gonna take a standard action to pull out my scythe. No, great sword, because I don't have the scythe.
Shing.
All right, you do that.
And then I'm going to move action over to this Tomris fella.
All right, you may.
Dun 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 dun.
Freedom, it's your turn.
Okay. Does it look like any of the troop people are bothering with me?
Some of them, yes, which is why you guys are all taking damage in the troop.
Okay. So there's something that I would comically like to do,
Sure.
but I doubt Pathfinder would allow me to do it, so I do have something that I could feasibly also just do. But I would like to comically, like, put myself in a planking log position and just force roll myself.
Okay.
Like a log, and maybe, like, trip some of them or something. Or at least get away from the group, if at all possible.
I'd call that a trip combat maneuver while prone.
Log roll. A log roll.
And then, yeah, the flavor is that's how you do it.
Well, what is actually happening in Freedom is crawling away through the troop while inconveniencing some of the individual members, which you do. It doesn't hinder or hamper the troop at large,
Yeah.
but you do that, and Was your objective to move out of the troop or to just like
Yeah,
crawl around in there?
basically. So yeah,
Okay.
I like comically roll out as a log, and maybe I trip over a
Yeah,
couple
you
of
reach
them,
the
but
edge of the troop. You crawl away, still prone.
okay. And then once I'm out, like I can kind of assess like what's going on with people and stuff.
Yeah.
Where everybody is.
It's a big fracas with your the security squad, the Asasazi scouts, and Citrona and Big Barman all duking it out.
Okay. I'll probably provoke, but I'll stand up. So I guess that'll be a move and a move.
Okay, you don't provoke because it's a troop.
Right,
They don't
but
get
I'm
close.
probably still adjacent to them, so I'll probably still take
Yeah.
troop
I
damage.
mean, a dude. Oh yeah, if you're next to him, yeah, you will still troop damage. Yeah.
I mean, can I get further away from them to where I'm not?
No, not while crawling,
Okay, yeah.
because you're moving at like.
Yeah,
like
so I'll
5
stand up.
feet.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
you do that.
And you know what? I'm gonna swift action lay on hands myself too, like, why not?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Sorry, no channel. No channel.
That's fine.
I have
We don't want to. You'd heal the
somebody
Dotari if you do that. So.
targeted. There we go.
All right. So do I see Caleb, making a beeline for the dude at the moment?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He's
'Cause-
next to him right now.
Right. I'm just wondering, how far away am I from either of them?
Not that far.
Okay. Because I'm wondering, like, I was looking up the rules for, like, manacles, and I was trying to see, like, if there's anything about manacles that prevents you from using, like, a weapon in any of your hands. And the most that I could find was something on Archives of Nethys, but that's besides the point because I don't have any weapons besides my bomb, but I don't think I'm going to toss it at this moment. What I wanted to know was, would I be able to use one of my spell-like abilities, Produce Flame? It does have a somatic component, but...
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to produce it.
Okay. Do these soldiers, do they all have, like, weapons on their person?
Yeah, they're fighting with whatchamacallit, standard Dotari stuff. They've got.
Right.
Let me see if it says what the troop has.
Actually,
It's
Barry
supposed
is
to be,
currently
like,
free, right?
kind of a mixture where some of them have melee weapons, some of them have.
Yeah, like some of them
range.
have long swords, some of them have halberds, some of them have like maces, and they all have bows.
Right. So where's Barry's location?
Barry's location?
Yeah.
He's out
Um,
of the troop.
I'm by Daring Dan.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Barry have like any weapons on his person, like a dagger or something?
We gave up all of our weapons.
Yep.
Or I did.
Okay. I was just wondering if like maybe you had any that's still in your bag, because what I would like to do, since it looks like Caleb is gonna engage in combat, I want to try and help, in providing like a flank or a, herring or providing like a bonus to hit.
Well,
That's
Tombus is blinded at the moment, so assuming that
right.
sticks. No, he's gonna get a save at the end of his turn, but
Right. But I mean, I'm at full health right now, and I still have a little bit of reserves for like taking
Mhm.
some hits. So I wanted to, see if it
yeah,
was
yeah,
possible.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
Alright.
beat up Thomas. I'm gonna be hitting
Well,
him.
he doesn't have a way to get a
Yeah.
weapon. Is the problem? He's
Yeah.
If
that's
only
what
you
he's
knew
doing.
someone with a bag of holding
Oh, well, I
with weapons
guess
in it.
like if Caleb
Are
has
your
any,
hands free?
I have manacles, but I mean I can still use my hands to a degree. So
You're not gonna be able to threaten if your hands are manacled.
I can still threaten if my hands are manacled. Like I can still hold like a weapon.
You
You
could if
can't
you
effectively use it.
Pathfinder.
you could if you gave yourself a bite attack. That's about it.
rules.
Yeah, you can't
technically no.
actually.
The
threaten.
manacles in Pathfinder are designed to prevent you from doing that.
So they're
You
like
can
covering my
hold a
entire hand?
weapon, but you can't properly swing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't actually be threatening if I had it?
No.
No.
Okay, can I use like a bomb as like a melee weapon? Like, I'm gonna do it! I'm crazy!
Like pull a bomb
Can
out
you
and just
pull out a
Oh,
bomb
man.
when you are manacled?
That's why they. Yeah, you
Yes.
can't even pull it out. That's why they manacled you.
Alright, well then I will just go over to be next to Caleb so that, you know, both of us are next to the dude.
you could just make your way to the like one of the troops, either the security squad or the Asasazi, and maybe one of them will get you out.
Yeah, that would take a while. Is Caleb currently injured?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Alright, I'll go up next to Caleb and I'll touch him because I'm sure that won't be prevented by the manacles. And I'll use my spontaneous healing to give him
Does
5
that
hit
require
points.
somatic components?
Nope.
Nope.
It's a.
An
Okay.
alchemist thing.
It's a special. Like, is it a spellic ability or supernatural? I think it's supernatural, right?
Okay. So wait,
I
what are
don't
you
think
giving
it's
me?
even that. 5 hit points.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. All it requires is a touch, then that'll be fine.
Yep. I run up next to Caleb and say, it won't be much, but hopefully you can take down this bastard.
All right, that's your turn.
Yep.
All right. Well, on Thomas's turn, as soon as the things start turning against him and he's cursing, he yells out to fight on. I'm not dying here, and he starts to take off while blind at half speed.
Does he
Is
have
that
to roll in
provoked from
acrobatics?
Yeah, I was gonna say
from
that
Caleb
provokes for me then.
with his longsword?
And is he running by Daring Dan? But
Oh, he does have to, yeah, roll acrobatics, but he does. He's actually pretty good at this.
Oh.
he's acrobaticsing while blind.
He
You
has
have
to.
to.
He has to move full speed because he doesn't have blind fight. He's not doing it to avoid the entire opportunity.
Oh, I
You're
thought he
still
was
get,
doing it to
you
avoid the
still get
AOL.
that, I think. He doesn't even know you're next to him, I don't think.
True.
Yeah, he's blind.
So I think you still get the attack against him.
Okay, I'll take my attack then.
Yeah.
Do you want to substitute that for a trip?
No.
Alright, because that would prevent him from running away.
It would, but I'm not good at trip.
Well, he is blinded, so if he has any dex, he wouldn't be getting that.
And he's flat-footed against me, so I get sneak attack dice.
Yep.
You do.
So here's an attack against him. I'm targeting myself apparently. Whoops.
You hit yourself though, so good job.
I hit him with a
Yeah, you hit
32,
him.
and I didn't even click the flat-footed button. There's
2 damage to him.
that, and then here's the sneak attack. Oof, only 3.
And then he'll get another will save at the end of his turn to shake off the effect. Oh, no, he's still blind.
Oh man, and shiny.
Yep. The Tatari continue to fight your dudes, as well as do damage to people within the their space. Oh, that was a big one.
Ouch.
So 17 to, that's Caleb.
We're all
And Amon.
no. Freedom's the only one that's inside.
No, freedom. No, freedom's on the outside.
Freedom
They're
rolled
right-
outside.
yeah,
I'm
They're right on
inside.
the edge. So freedom still
So
takes
is it
this.
possible? I ran outside of it here. Is it possible to
Oh,
use
you
my
did?
move action
Okay.
to pull out a lightning bolt wand to shoot a lightning bolt into the troop without hitting any allies? Or is it
Yeah, I'll say that there's one. There's a space
there
where you
is a
can do it.
line where I can do that? Okay, then
Yeah.
that is what I'm gonna do. Um
Nice. Use that lightning wand.
okay, they made this
Aw.
they made the save. So I don't know if this is gonna I'll hit the half button just to make sure. Okay, and then they take double. They take 50% of half, so I guess they
Huh.
take
Take 5 more.
5 damage.
2 more. They take 5.
That's a
That was a pretty low
that's
roll.
low rolls, Pluto.
It really is,
Three
but
twos and two
it's just a
twos.
wand.
But you got
So
their
Need three
attention
ones.
now. There's a big old lightning bolt. Everybody
I mean,
saw
it's like
that.
the middle of the night too. It's dark out, right?
yeah,
It's well, there's low light right now. They've got lanterns and
I mean
shit
they
like
might just run away
Yeah,
because
but I'm just saying, like, I see a giant lightning bolt streak through my troop. I'm like
I mean,
freaking
that
out.
lit up the street for a
That's all I'm
considering that
moment.
their
saying. Yeah,
leader just
and their
booked it,
leader just started running away.
they might just run away. But we'll see. I'm gonna shoot a lightning bolt at him anyway.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Get those uses. Get that mileage.
Daring Dan pulls out a. Let's see. It's like
Bola.
pulls out this like really like dark brown like flask with a stopper, uncorks it, and they pour like a whole bunch of grease onto Barry's wrists with the manacles, so they
All
grease
right.
you up.
I got one of those.
Sweet. How much
And
of
then your guys keep
grease?
fighting the Tari.
plus
Let's see how
5.
they're doing. All right,
It's
let's see
more
what
than
they're doing.
that. It's +10 for escape artist, I
Wait,
believe.
didn't they just have their turn though? Like on their turn?
Yeah, that's not the Datari. That's your guys' forces.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
They're
Datari.
whittling the Datari down. Barry
He's gonna try and escape artist. And what's the bonus?
+10.
plus 10.
Oh, I guess I'm wrong.
Daring Dan has a lot of practical looking abilities that work like spells.
Ah, that's really cool.
That's
Dang.
unfortunate.
Even with the +10, but
Yeah.
the bonus from grease is gonna last for like minutes per level, so probably like 50 rounds. So if you take
So
20 on it
eventually,
after combat, you'll get out of it.
Mhm.
keep rolling. Hope you get a 16.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
you get out
That's your turn then.
25% of the
Caleb.
time.
This this Tombus guy isn't chaotic, guys. Not that I have time to see him anyway.
Is
He
he
might be.
chaotic? Do you try?
Well, is this a free action or is this a? Oh, it's swift action. Sure, I'll try and smite chaos because I don't think I'm gonna have another fight after this.
I mean, I thought that about the last fight, so who knows?
True.
Hmm.
But
Well, I
either
guess
way,
not.
I'll
I
do it
knew
as a
after
swift
the
action.
fight with that other troop that there was gonna be one more fight, but I thought that about the fight with the Hellhound.
Yes, agreed. So I'm gonna move after Tombus and then power attack him.
Okay.
And if the smite chaos does happen to apply, you'll have to add it in or let me know or something.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know right now that it will not apply.
I assumed it wouldn't, but here we are.
Does he have to charge to reach him?
He might, because Thomas might have double
I
moved.
mean, I'll charge. That's fine. But you can't charge through difficult
Tombus
terrain.
moved
I don't think.
70 feet.
What?
He got that fleet.
He
That
double moved,
chud.
yeah. His normal speed is 35 feet.
Oh, and actually, Caleb
Through
might not be able to
difficult
reach
terrain
him then.
with the acrobatics that lets
well-
you just go full?
Yeah,
the
he rolled to
acrobatics
go
is
full.
so he can move full. Yeah, otherwise he would move at half speed because he was.
Can I
bloated.
acrobatics?
To move further.
No.
Can I
I
fit
don't
an
think you
extra
can
5
do-
feet?
Barry,
Is
Barry,
you can run after him now that you're out of the
Yeah, you just won't get to
of the
attack
troop.
though. But he
Yeah.
will provoke if he continues trying to move away from you. So
Yeah. Okay. I'll run all the way up to him then,
All right. Yeah, you're chasing him.
and I
Freedom.
say you're not getting away.
Secret, we've got you.
I tell him surrender now and I'll let you live. Actually, that's what I tell him. You're not getting away. Surrender now and I'll let you live.
Dang it. May I, before, I just had an idea, like, before Caleb runs off, can I say something to him? Because this might change his action. Oh, shit. Never mind. I don't have a handy haversack, so it doesn't matter. I was going to ask him to get like a potion from my pack, but he has no idea which one is which, so never mind.
I don't have your pack anyways. You have your pack.
Right. But I'm manacled and I
Oh,
can't
you
grab
meant.
it, so.
Oh, okay. You want me to grab it from you? No, I don't have action for that. I need to stop this guy from getting away.
Right.
All right, Secret.
I
What do you
did
do?
drop the bag of holding at your feet, though,
Well,
Leon.
I will retreat from this troop. I will go in the direction of somebody who looks like they can help me.
Okay. Yeah. The whatchamacallit? The security squad. Yeah, they're there and they're ready to help you.
I like reveal the manacles to them, just gesturing like, "Can anybody help?"
Okay. Yeah.
Freedom's just
They'll
yelling out
get ready to try and
his
break
own
your
name.
shackles.
Freedom, freedom, while holding up his hands.
Leon.
All right.
Pick up the bag of holding that I dropped at your feet. Don't leave
Yeah.
it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'll just, direct one of our allies to grab that and let's see. Yeah, I can't go through my own bag with my manacles on my person. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Darn. Okay. And both of them are faster than I am, so all right. I guess I'm out of options besides just, you know, I'll run to my allies just
Okay.
You can heal.
out of the
You
line
could
of fire.
you could use your 5 heal to heal us. Darren Dan.
Yeah, if Daring Dan is close to me, that's what I'll do.
Okay. You can do that.
And say, I don't know if that is enough or if you are quick enough, but I think your son is going to get himself into trouble.
All right. On Tombus's turn, he is going to continue to book it. He's gonna go around a corner here into an alley. Yep, he doesn't even provoke from
Wait,
Caleb with
what?
that.
Because he can withdraw.
He's.
Well, he can't withdraw. He has to double move, but because he's blind, he has to acrobatics it.
But why does he not provoke?
30
'Cause he
beats
can't.
your CMD.
But he can't acrobatics to avoid provoking and acrobatics to move at full speed while
I
blind,
think you can do both.
Yeah,
right?
it's all one thing.
I thought
The
those were two
the
separate
one
uses of acrobatics that you can't
No,
just,
in
like, can't be
combat,
like, I
the
acrobatics do
acrobatics
everything.
check covers all whatever they're trying to do.
Okay.
You're free to keep pursuing him.
I just noticed I haven't used one resource.
But now I need to see if he is
I
still
haven't used
blind.
improved great fortitude.
Alright, and he's not blind anymore.
Oh.
I know, it's just tragedy.
Oh.
They need to like try to poison me or something here.
But he is aware that someone's chasing him, and he goads you, Caleb.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy will kill me.
Uh-oh.
Roll a
Let's
will
see.
save to
Is
see
there
if you
anybody
realize
else
that.
still in or next to the Datari troop?
You're a farmer boy. You're fine. Don't
Nope, I'm outside of it, but I just shot a lightning bolt at him.
Yeah, I don't think anybody takes this anymore. They're still just fighting your other people. The security squad is getting a lot of the whatchamacallit, the fire and stuff, so they're looking weaker. The Asasazi scouts are a little bit tougher, but there's fewer of them. And
Unless
Citrona
they tried to
and
shoot a volley at me since I shot a lightning bolt at him.
oh yeah, they might.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to try to draw their fire if possible.
I mean,
Actually,
that's what I'm
Colin,
doing.
go ahead and give me a reflex save.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hmm.
It's not a very good save.
You save for half.
Oh, okay.
I'm on.
It's good. All right. Half of
Yeah.
what?
Half of 19.
Dang. Why do they roll so much better than my rolls? Damn.
I know, right?
Did they try firing at me at all?
okay.
I thought I heard you say mural reflex
No,
too.
not for
Damn.
Leon.
Also, fire
the
at
guy who was
that
throwing the lightning
manacled
bolts.
gnome.
Yeah.
Screw that guy.
Damn. Because I don't want them to kill our
Alright,
allies.
I'm on.
I'm gonna shoot at him again.
Alright.
I
Yeah.
got hit points to spare still. It's all good. Okay. Use another charge of the lightning bolt. So here goes. All right, they failed
They
this
fail.
time.
Nice crit one.
I like me now.
Ooh,
That
that's
was
a
a
nice
much
roll.
better
And they
one.
take an
They
extra
take half
10
as much
damage on that
more,
on top of
yeah.
it. So it's 31 damage.
Alright, yeah, the troop is looking really bad. You down some of them with that. And the rest of your dudes here will do some damage. Alright, so for this round, I'm actually going to say that the remaining Datari, they give up. And some of them start to flee while they can now that Tombus is, like, he's turned tail. Which,
Yeah.
I only need to ask the question, Caleb, do you pursue him?
So he ran down an alley, right? Like
Yeah.
a dark alley, and does the alley like go through,
I
or
mean,
is
you
it
can
like a
still
dead end?
see, like, the din of his flaming weapons.
Is
And
it
his
a dead end
sparkliness.
alley, or is it like, does it continue on?
It continues on.
Okay, well, he runs faster than me, so there's no point chasing. Like, I
Also,
think
his blindness
also
wore
he
off.
can
He could probably just
also
turn around and
he can kill me.
fucking kill you. Yeah.
So as much as
You did
Caleb
give him a
would
good
like
hit,
to
though,
fight him,
and he'll
as much as
remember
Caleb
that.
would like to fight him, he's gonna be like, I need to make sure my allies are safe. That's more important than getting this guy. And so I'm
Ooh,
gonna
indeed
turn
it
around
is.
and go back to
Do I hear
the
character
party.
growth?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe it's character growth. Yeah.
His heart grew 1/4.
I found a heart piece
I
in
don't know
that
if it's a
alley.
heart piece, more of a brain piece. But yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I won't pursue him because
What do
I
you
mean,
guys do
Caleb's
with
not
the
an idiot.
Atari?
Like the dude's really powerful.
Do you round them up or prevent them from fleeing, or do you allow the still conscious ones to flee?
I don't try to stop him.
I
But
won't try and stop them.
Yeah. I'm more concerned with getting our injured out of there and just letting them flee.
Yeah, there's a
I
couple
will
of
tell them.
A few choice
Remember
taunts
who your leaders are and
thrown
how
our
they
way, of
left you
course.
here, and remember how we are letting you live.
All right, you do that.
you hope that maybe they listen as they're
Yeah,
all
maybe they'll be
running away
like,
in a
huh.
panic. Maybe they'll have a reflective moment
Some of
after
them
they get
did
home.
you did hear some of the Datari like exclaim like very surprised that Tombus like turned and fled.
Yeah.
It seems like some of them are pretty miffed at that.
Well, once Barry gets the manacle, I'm
Yeah,
guessing
we'll regroup. I'll grab the bag of holding.
I'm guessing we can get the manacles
Yeah,
off.
there's a few members of the security squad who did get down and make maybe one of the Asasazi elves, but
If you have a channel,
your
maybe.
groups are still intact. They'll just need time to recover from the bout.
We all need time to recover. I'm exhausted.
Barry goes around and does
But if
the
you guys want to go
character and
back
does
to
like skill
the
checks and stuff.
Lucky
To make sure.
Bones, that's up to you. And Citrona offers the inn if anybody needs or wants to stay in a different
No.
location.
No, I'll
We
feel safer at
shouldn't
the Lucky
draw
Bones. We'll just have our
attention to
other.
other locations right now.
We'll just have other
Um,
people who weren't fighting keep like guard at night or something.
Yeah, I definitely think we should just fortify our location because we got a lot of people there and we can't just like up and move. And if we're not in an important location and we're all spread out, then what's going to stop them from like taking people from us?
I hear that reasoning, but I am curious. What about staying the night in the opera house? They might not be too keen on reclaiming that so quickly. And in the morning, if Barry is able to, he might be able to restore Shinsen to her former self. That way, we would not have to fight our way through the city in order to get back there.
Um,
I do not suspect that Dutara
We
would
need to
think
get.
that
Suggesting we
we
go
would
tonight or tomorrow morning.
resign.
We need to go get the. I want to go get the Brazilai imposter's body because as well though because I do still want to do like a speak with dead or something like I want to figure out
Yeah.
what the deal was with that still.
I
I don't know. I
suppose.
think the body. I think that body's actually probably still back at the Lucky Bones. But if we want to have it moved back to the Opera House, we can do that.
I mean, what if they send more troops back to the Lucky Bones and we're not here?
All
Yeah.
right.
No,
Well,
I agree with that. I that's where I'm at too. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I'm gonna go use the restroom, but while I do that, also figure out what you're gonna do with the Dotari that were defeated in the Lucky Bones.
gotcha.
Take them prisoner. I don't know.
Well, perhaps we could dump them on the doorstep
there
of the
is
temple.
there is
There's
an
jail
actual
cells.
prison. Like there's jail cells
Yeah.
on the
That's true.
second level down there if you remember.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So we can
Hmm.
use that.
Because it'd be good to have some prisoners that we could trade if we have some of our people taken prisoner.
And if we
These
have to stuff them in there and they have to be uncomfortable about it, that's too bad.
Hmm. We would have to spend resources to make sure that they do not starve to death.
I mean, that's fine.
That's fine. We have a cleric, right?
Yeah, I can literally create food.
I don't like the idea of imprisoning people, but I suppose you are correct. It would be good to have that sort of currency in case we needed to trade. Also, I'm not exactly so confident that we could have any people that they would be willing to trade for. But I don't have any other ideas, so might as well do that.
Look, Leon, imprisoning people gives me time to show them the true way. Don't worry, they'll see a better way of life.
Yeah, c'est la vie. Alright, mon capitaine, you go ahead and show them the light. I will hide myself in this dark and with my
Yeah,
book.
I think that some of the Tatari are probably are people that are willing that like even people that are part of the Tatari are people that
Oui.
perhaps could be especially if we are able to oust Barzilai
Alright, I'm back.
to accept like a new Kintargo.
Well, also, like, there's a chance that like a number of them aren't aware that demons and devils are involved, and now
No. I think
that
everybody
word.
knows about devils.
Oh,
being
you think
involved.
everybody, all of them?
That's everyone knows that. That's just a way
It's
of
the
life
Church
in
of
Cheliax.
Asmodeus.
But some
Yeah.
of them could have been forcibly conscripted into the army, and perhaps this would be a chance of freedom that they did not know. So,
Maybe.
Yeah.
I suppose there's. I can get my mind around it if I think about it like that. Alright, just go ahead, lock them up, read them the rights or whatever.
What are you doing to who?
Well,
Poor
we're gonna
Leon.
put the Dotari that we have captured
Uh-huh.
into the prisons that the jail cells basically that are at the
Okay.
second level of the Lucky Bones. Like there's already a
Yeah.
Alright.
jail.
The
There's
the
already a
bottom, the
yeah.
sub level.
There's already a jail there. Like we might as well use it.
Okay. You do. You've got quite a few. I'd say you've got like about 16, yeah,
Yeah,
Datari that
We
are
stuff
alive.
them in.
if they have to
Uncomfortable.
have
That's
roommates
problem.
in their cells, then
Yeah.
so
I
be
mean,
it.
you take their weapons from them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they have to have cellmates, that's how it's gonna be. But
Okay. You do that.
yeah, I was talking about some of them are probably I don't think all these guys are unrepentant. Like I'm sure some of them are doing what they think is right, and then maybe, but for now they'll probably stay in there until this rebellion is resolved one way or the other.
Yeah, and Laria and Kane and the others, like Octavio and Corva, they welcome you back and they give you accounts of like what happened and
Hmm.
stuff. And of course they're interested in hearing what happened at the masquerade
Oh
because
yeah,
when you
tell
guys
them.
when you guys showed up, it looked like it was anything but, a party.
Right,
Oh,
like
I'm guessing
you
they saw
saw that
Kane first.
the Barzillai. Yeah, Kane probably told him some of what happened because he was there. Um, and we brought the Barzillai imposter back, obviously,
Yeah,
but
because you guys showed up with a guy that looks like Barzillai that was dead, so
right, but
they
yeah,
would have said something if they could.
Kane was already here, so he might at least Kane knew what happened there and would have maybe told him some of what happened before this attack happened because he was at the opera house when this whole
Well,
battle
Kane
happened.
tells you that when he got here, the Datari immediately jumped him.
Oh, because
And
he didn't get a chance to talk to these guys then.
no,
Okay,
they brought him in to the council room where
gotcha. Okay,
the others had already been uh tried to fight them
who
off, and
do we lose?
Drew's relogging because he wasn't able to hear a sound.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Hopefully he can hear right now. Are you good, Drew? Oh, he hasn't said
Maybe not.
anything.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
not, yeah.
I don't know.
Let me ask if he can hear us.
But yeah, I'll tell them about what happened there.
Okay. Yeah, you fill them in, and there's certain things that they're surprised about, and they have questions as well. Not like direct questions for you, but they're questioning, yeah, like what was the deal behind this fake Barzillai?
I don't know, but hopefully we'll find out soon. But in the meantime, I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Says Mon. But
And I'm
also me.
assuming that you guys are all gonna rest.
You don't need to share that. All right. While Amon goes to the bathroom, I will incite prayers of Arshay. I will make sure that I choose the sexier, more open, welcoming prayers.
Okay. Sexy prayer.
Yeah, the introduction prayers where it's like gets their ears perked up and listening. They're like,
Do
"Oh."
you evangelize the Datari? Are you gonna go pray to them?
I am.
with
I'm
them?
gonna start the conversion process while I have them locked up and they have no choice.
Okay. You
I mean, they don't
gather
have to
that,
convert, but they have no choice to
most of
listen to
them
me.
are most of them, have like like the normal like citizenry, like, yeah, like we're under Asmodeus, so I don't know
Yeah.
why you're doing this, but others look like they're nonplussed about it.
All right. We got time. You got time. I have time.
They're more resentful at you just, being beaten. And of course, like they shout at you like, they'll come for us, and one of them has to shout, "You rebel scum!"
All right. Well, little do they know when we decide to let them go or not let them go, I will have a little mini trial and they can
One of them
decide.
probably doesn't ask like, "Hey, can you
Light
just
or
let me
not
go?
light.
I won't do anything."
Yeah, no. No. You
Matter of
stay
fact.
with everybody. You arrived with everybody. You can leave
I didn't
when
want to
everybody
be
leaves.
here.
I did not want to be here either, but here we are.
Who didn't want to be here? What are we talking about?
Some
The
rando.
prisoner. Yeah, I'm converting them.
They say that I didn't do a whole lot. I mostly just stood around.
Okay. Well, you get to stand around some more.
They say, "Come on, I've got 2 cats that that I need to take care of back at my place."
You're lucky. Cats are self-sufficient.
He
Well,
grumbles because it's a fair point.
I mean, for a certain amount of time, they are at least.
Okay, what's your address? And I'll go send a rescue team.
We'll go put some food out for them.
Yeah. Well,
Refill their water bowls.
in the meantime,
I mean, we don't. Do we really need to refill their water bowl? They can drink out of the toilet, right? You left the toilet seat up.
if as long as he doesn't close his doors. Cats hate it when you close doors.
I mean,
He says, I think I left them in my room.
oh
and
no.
I might need to go let them out."
All right. Well.
Just tell me where your address is. We'll go let them out for you.
Yeah.
Barry's gonna stay up a little bit longer than everybody, and like he'll check like wrap wounds and like make sure everybody's good.
Isn't there a spell where we can just like touch him and see this shit? I don't know.
I mean, sure. There are
I
divination
mean,
spells.
I could do things like share memory or something. I don't have that prepared though right now. I do have an empty level 1 or an open level
Hey,
1
Drew, can you hear us now?
slot open though. Oh, I have mind link prepared.
I'll explain to the man
That lets
that.
me give information to him and not the other way around, so it doesn't actually help here.
Drew, can you hear us? I don't think I heard a
Yeah,
response.
I
Okay,
can hear
good.
you now.
Yeah, we can hear you, so we're good.
So
Okay.
I'll explain to the man that he has to wait to be tried with everybody at the same time.
I'll be right
Tried?
back.
Tried for what? And by who? We're the Crown Guard. You're insurrectionists. The law's on our side.
Right, but
Yeah,
you
we
see,
haven't
here's
quite
the
figured
problem.
this part out yet.
There's gonna be a new law in roughly 1 to 2 months, and when the new law is, put into place, then we'll have to figure some things out.
We'll get back to you, but for now
Things
you
are going to
can
be
sit
changing
here.
here in Kintargo.
In
The
fact,
guards
I'll
can
give you
see
some
them.
entertainment. Vendelfek.
Okay, the fairy dragon does show up.
Yeah,
Tell
Vendelfek.
them things, whatever you
Yeah,
want.
tell them some jokes or something.
Or yeah, just entertain them or not. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever
Just
you
don't
wanna do.
hurt them.
Entertain yourself while entertaining them.
Okay, he can do that. He'll probably play some pranks on them throughout the night
They won't be able
and
to.
annoy them.
They won't be able to retaliate because they're in prison cells.
Yeah.
This might be a little mean, but it's fine.
No, I said don't hurt them.
He's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
gonna hurt them.
He's not gonna physically hurt them, just psychologically.
Yeah. Uh. Okay. So the guards. I was gonna say the guards do see the point that you're clearly too dangerous for them and for the guard, but they're convinced. The majority of them are convinced that there's nothing you can do to the Church of Asmodeus, and them there that you guys will lose.
I tell them like, haven't you heard the pass has been the pass has been collapsed. There's nobody coming from the outside. Cantargo has now completely cut off from any land access from the capital.
One of the more loyal and unhinged of the Datari, who
Mhm.
clearly drew blood, uh, says that, "Oh, we don't need mortal reinforcements. Just you see."
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm very familiar with the sort of reinforcements you're expecting, and I don't think that they'll help you as much as you want to believe that they will.
Well, they won't help you. They'll help themselves with whatever they are wanting personally.
I'm sure, even as we speak, High Priest Grivina is summoning up a whole bevy of devils.
And then what? What becomes
Do I
of all
know
of
High Priest
this?
Revener?
What do you think is gonna
That's the
happen?
first I've heard this name, right?
As a local of Cantargo, you would know that Corinstian Griviner is the High Priest of Asmodeus
That
within
you would probably
Cantargo.
know, because yeah,
Okay.
also who you are in your past.
He is a public figure that has made um, public appearances
Appearances, yeah.
before, and he leads all of the sermons at the Temple of Asmodeus.
This is
You may
where
have attended
you.
one in your earlier days just to at
Mm,
least like familiarize
nope.
yourself.
Well, maybe, yeah. Like
Yeah,
when I first came to Cantargo. If he's been like the priest of Moses for like a long time,
yeah.
just
For a long time here.
because like
He
Amon,
didn't come in when Barzilai came in. He was here before that.
I was here before that as well, yeah. So because I showed up like 10 years ago, basically back when
The guy's got tenure.
because I showed up here around when what's her name Abigail took over the throne from the previous regime because that's who I originally like
Yeah.
rebelled against in the capital.
Yep, I gotcha.
But yeah, okay.
All right. Well, you guys, I will say that you guys rest, and you do. You guys don't get bothered, but it's as your rest is as pleasant as you guys want to make it.
I was gonna say if
All right.
people that aren't spellcasters, aka Caleb, I guess, I can if you want to stay up all night, I can remove the fatigue for you next on the night in the morning.
Sure. I mean, I'd be okay with that.
I have an ability that can remove fatigue from you. But yeah, I go to sleep. I have that ring of sustenance, but it takes a little bit of time for it to kick in, so I think I have to sleep tonight still. Um, but
Hmm.
yeah, if
Yep,
like Caleb, for example, stays up all night, then I can use my touch of succor to remove fatigue, shaken, or sickened.
why
So
would
Yeah.
he stay up all?
to keep watch.
We have lots of people here. I don't think we
Yes,
need.
and Kane is or not Kane. Caleb is one of those people.
Oh, okay.
There are a
Alright.
lot of your number that are, exhausted
Also,
or
keep in
injured
mind
and need
that we had
rest.
those people keeping watch when they got in. So,
Yeah, I mean they fought.
Hmm.
yeah, I'm saying they could use some help if there is another fight.
The raid wasn't like a
I mean,
total.
I'm just gonna mark off a few marks of touch of succor because I'm gonna assume that a few people stayed up all
Yeah,
night.
like some of the Hell Knights probably do stay
Yeah,
up.
like maybe Octavio.
Octavio wants to stay up, but
Yeah.
people talk him
He's too
into like
hurt.
you need to
Okay.
recover your strength.
So maybe like Caleb's father or something.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I'll use touch of succor a few times to like remove fatigue from some of the people that stayed up all night when I once I wake up the next day. Um
Yep, you do that.
And I'm gonna
And
change.
as you guys wake early in the morning, Caleb's father, he comes and gets you and tells you to, bring all your stuff.
Okay.
All right, you're the boss now, I guess. What do you need us for?
Well,
No,
he
just me,
brings
not
Caleb
everyone,
over
right?
to somewhere down like in the second level where there's
I'm
still
pretty sure this
water.
is the Hell Knight thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
So yeah, I'll go.
they give you honors and they perform, a ceremony for you in which they give you a freshly
Yay!
made, suit of full plate that is Hell Knight plate in the style of the Torrent.
Yeah, because we're gonna level up probably at the end of the session too.
I mean, I've actually had the ability to have this
Yeah.
at this
They said
level,
they
but
wanted
we
to
just
give
haven't
it
had a
to
chance.
you
So
like
now,
before, but that they were still preparing
yeah, it's
the
fine.
ceremony, and the armor has a lot of intricate parts to it.
I accept graciously, and I recite what I assume there are some like
The
words
tenets,
that are
yeah,
written in
and a
the
pledge. You take the
measure and
pledge.
the chain to accept the honor
And of
and
course,
the
like the Hell
armor.
Knights, like individually, they do say like a few words, specifically about you. Your father mentions that, he knows that you have the resolve to overcome any obstacles, and Octavio praises you for um, he praises you for restraining yourself and showing discipline.
Hey, that's something that
Oh yeah, so
yeah.
guys, I have this spell called Assume Appearance. So basically, Assume Appearance. If I wanted to, I could take the form of the Barzillai imposter for
Yeah, you
7 days. 14
Perfect.
days if I use an extend rod. I can become Barzillai.
could. Yeah,
I go around and be like, "Oh, I'm Barzillai," and act like a complete moron and ruin his
yeah,
reputation.
you
Hmm.
could.
That's
Cool.
the
So
play here.
I get the Hell Knight plate. Is there anything else that's part of this
Yep, yeah, you
ceremony?
get your Hell Knight plate. Octavio counts you as, an official member of the Order of the Torrent. And yeah, how do you respond?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously I thank everyone and say I hope that I can live up to the tenets of the order and hope to continue to prove myself and dedicate myself to the cause.
Yep, your first official order of Hell Knight business here is to free Kintargo.
No pressure though.
Perfect.
Okay, so yep, you can give yourself Hell Knight full plate and all of the
Yay, which
benefits
is
it provides.
yeah. I don't remember for sure, but I think it's basically like normal full plate, but I can move at full speed in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
And
would
wear
be
full
need to
plate?
commission like a picture of Caleb in Hell Knight full plate
Hmm.
and update
If
the
and upgrade the
portrait.
portrait, yeah. If people had money to
Uh,
just burn and
yeah.
stuff
I
like
mean, it
that.
doesn't take a whole lot of money. There's a lot of artists you can find that'll do this, like a bust of that for like $30.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll see if I can find a picture online, but I'm not gonna pay someone.
that's fair.
I mean, you're paying an honest artist.
I agree, but I don't want to pay for something I don't care about.
You don't care
Maybe
about
Yeah,
your
something you
character?
want, but it's not something I want.
Okay, fair.
that's fair.
I mean, I like, I enjoy Pathfinder games and all that, but it's not
Not
that big
enough
of
for
a
you to
deal to me.
spend 30
Not
bucks on artwork. I get you.
not enough to spend $30 on artwork.
I've been tempted to buy artwork, but I haven't done it yet. I probably would do it if we ever played epilogue campaign. I might do it
I was
for
gonna say
to
I
get
would be more interested in like at the end of a campaign we all
hmm
chip in to get artwork done of like the
over like the
party.
whole party. Yeah, some
Whole
people do
party,
that.
yeah.
They'll get like a whole like party portrait for their whole like as like a camp
But
end of
for
the
like a
campaign thing.
Why don't we
token,
just
yeah,
get a whole
not a big
party
deal.
portrait at the start of the campaign and then use
So we
those
can
as our
see,
Just
yeah,
token?
how
die.
they. Well, we can
And
see how
then
the
just
group
don't
started.
die.
Yeah, just don't die.
We could do that maybe in Mantis's game where our characters come back to life when we die.
Oh, I don't know about Mantis.
Um,
Anyways,
but yeah, like if
What
we
do the
ever
rest
do
of you guys
play
do?
if we ever play like that epilogue game where we bring back characters, I might consider like getting like a Raxi portrait made, for example.
Cool.
All right. Well, what do the rest of you guys do this
That's a good
day?
point. Okay, so yeah, that's something I mentioned to Barry. I'd mentioned maybe speak with Dead to speak with the Barzilai imposter. As for stuff to deal with the rune on the door, like other than preparing to spell magic, I don't know if I have anything that like specifically can do that deal with it.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
What is
Kane
that?
has trap finding. He has the ability to disable magic.
Okay, well Kane can do it
Ye-
then, but I was talking about like for my spells.
Oh, okay.
I guess I prepare Kane as a third level spell.
Well, then I guess I'd take
But yeah.
Kane, but I'll wait until Amon does his stuff. Because I'll probably need Barry too.
Well, are we able to get back to the opera house? Is it like blocked off by Totari or something?
The Opera House. Let me see. Just gotta check real quick where it is on the map again. Okay, let's see. The Opera House is. Is it past the bridge?
It's on the
I think
south
it is.
side,
Is it on
isn't
the
it?
south side? Or I thought it was on the north.
Can I find? Let me see if I can find the map of fucking Cantargo.
I'm
There's
looking
a
at.
lot of unidentified images, but I don't think it's one of those. Cantargo, there we are.
Matt, this armor isn't like enchanted, right? It's just
No, it's not
masterwork
enchanted. It's
per
masterwork.
normal. Okay,
Yeah.
I will have to get it enchanted.
See, the Long Roads is on the south side. The Holding House, Devil's Nursery on the south side. Temple Road, City Hall. I thought that maybe, but maybe it's on the north side. I could be wrong.
Because I'm trying not to mix up Aria Park and. Okay, no, yeah, you are right. Okay, the Targo Opera House is on the south side at Aria Park.
Yeah, it's like just outside. Aria Park's just outside the Opera House, right? Because that's where the initial protest
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Yeah, so where the Long Roads Coffee House, it's like right next to it.
Okay.
It's that gray building.
And I think our the Lucky Bones is on the south side too, right? Or is it on the north side? I don't remember.
The Lucky Bones is like a little bit more southwest from the Opera House.
Okay.
It's you guys are here in like the district that's known as Old Kintargo.
Okay. I thought it was on the south side. Yeah. Like the north side's mostly where like that's like mostly where the like I know they have the walled the gated community or whatever.
Yeah, this is called the Greens.
And they got most of the harbor stuff's up there too. But yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. Are they yeah, that's the thing, they might have checkpoints now with the bridge. It might be hard to get from one side to the Cantargo to the other.
We'll see.
But yeah, so if we're able to get to the back into the opera house without running into like trouble with Datari or whatnot, then
You
yeah.
are able to get there, yeah,
And I'm
but
hoping
you
that
can tell that there is a quiet pall over the city
Mhm.
as people
Right.
are waking up to other people telling them that there was a massacre at the
Right.
opera house.
I'm glad that I feel like we handled that pretty well. Like they're gonna know that it was uh Barzilai, especially because we unmasked the bearded devil, like one of the bearded devils there. Hopefully that helps.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
So I'm
It might be one of those
curious.
things where the AP says like the adventure path's like the citizens are terrified because I think the ravens did this, and I don't know though, but I like to feel like my steal maneuver did something, even if
Right.
it didn't. So yeah, we'll like hopefully Barry. We need because I don't have the spell to do it, but we need something to either stone to flesh or break enchantment
Break enchantment.
for
Which, if we
Senshin.
are like technically like ninth level right now, but we just haven't really leveled ourselves up, Barry would be able to prepare, which is something that I wanted to ask Matt. Like, just for the purposes of us like going over to the opera house, just for him to be able to dispel that, could he prepare break enchantment?
You guys want the experience right now?
Well, I mean, I don't want to level up everything right now. I just want to be able to take care of that. But if you feel like that would set like, too many other dominoes like in motion, that would kind of necessitate
I
us
mean, that could be something we deal with
leveling up.
next session too. We could try to deal with doing trying to speak with dead, and then if the other thing I was going to do is I was thinking of doing planar inquiry. So
Are we having a short session?
I don't know. How
I
much
don't think
experience do you
so.
guys need to reach next level?
We are
1251.
1,200. Yeah, about.
1,200. All right.
Like
Well,
I'm
defeating the Datari troop is not enough yet to level you guys.
okay.
Okay,
By the
well then
way, I
maybe
put
defeating
my
this
chain
trap.
shirt in the party sheet if someone wants it. My old
Maybe
armor.
defeating the trap, yeah.
It's pretty good. And it's light
Cool.
armor.
So like yeah, maybe we'll gain the slot to do that. But we can do the
Kane
speak with
might.
dead. We can do the speak with dead, and then maybe Kane can deal with the ward. I don't know which order we want to do these things in.
We can
But
do it to speak with dead. I'm cool with that.
I mean,
Or
most
if,
these are both
freedom.
things that between Barry and Kane. So like Grim, which one do you want to do first? Do you want to try to speak with dead and try to talk to the Barzilai imposter, or would you like to try to get past the trap in the opera house, like the ward that was there that we don't know what it does, the glyph rather?
I'd say speak with dead. That's more of a like
Okay,
what the hell happened type of thing.
sure. So if you can try to cast speak with dead and see if maybe the Barzilai imposter will tell us something about what the heck was going on with that. Because I still don't know what the point of having a Barzilai imposter was, other
Well,
than like maybe a contingency kind of thing. Like
the fact
he was worried about us beating him or something. I don't know.
you never know.
Sure. What was that?
You never know. Maybe we could have.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, if you're casting Speak with Dead, I need to know the DC because this does allow a will save because this creature's alignment is different from yours.
Does it allow for spell resistance too? If that's something will
No.
apply.
I don't think so.
It's the
It's if
caster
it
level.
doesn't want to respond,
So
it
it's
can
Speak with
resist
Dead is
you
level 3
altogether.
cleric spell, right? So it's 13 plus whatever your wisdom modifier is, unless you have like spell focus, necromancy, or whatever.
So it's a 17.
So it might
It's a
not even
DC
work.
17. Yeah, let's see if it works. Because, yep, this thing's got a pretty decent will.
Yeah.
Alright,
This
let's see what the
thing.
dice say. Oh, it's a 1.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
wow.
Alright. It
Damn.
fails. What do you ask it? How many questions do you get?
Where were the other drugs going?
Swear to me.
Normally, I
You get is it one question per?
have to. Normally, I have my spells on my phone, and I'm using my phone for Discord. So
Sure. Uh, Yeah, so one question per 2
So you
caster
get 4
levels. You got
questions.
4 questions.
probably would have asked the party beforehand what question.
Yeah, exactly. So, the whole party, everybody, what questions do we want to ask? Um, and these aren't like it's limited to what this guy would know. So keeping that in mind, but it isn't like a yes no questions. You can ask
Limited to
him
what he knew in life.
right. You can ask, and he's not necessarily going to give you like says answers are brief, cryptic, or repetitive. Especially if the creature would have opposed you in life, which this guy probably, I mean, he literally fought against us. So I mean, yeah, but um, but it doesn't have to be yes no questions. We can ask him like, where is he? Like, and he'll maybe tell us that, even if it's cryptic. But so what do we want to know? We want to know like, well, so like who maybe knowing who this guy is, I don't know if we necessarily know that. Like, we need to know why there was an imposter here. Like, why was Barzillai not there himself? I guess.
Well, if we can at least like, what is your name? And I mean, if we can maybe use that
Maybe.
further down the road, but at least get that.
I mean, I guess I didn't feel like that was that important, but maybe it's important. Maybe it'd be good to
Well, I
know.
mean, what if we look up his family? We do like the whole mafia thing where we like hunt everybody down that you know and shit, and like
Okay.
Sounds like a paladin thing to do.
That's
not
very
kill them,
paladin.
just like Jesus,
Um,
convert them, of course. God.
Just be mafia, but not kill them. Just threaten to kill them.
All right. Fair enough. So,
I'd say like see if they know anything about Barzillai's plans. Clearly, this guy's part of like this big scheme, so maybe he knows other plans that are upcoming.
well, because it failed its will save, I think he has to tell us the truth, but he can be
Yeah, it
cryptic
says if
about it.
successful, it can refuse to answer or attempt to deceive you. But it can
Mhm.
be as cryptic and vague and brief as it
So
wants to.
because it failed the will save, I think it has to answer truthfully, but it can be cryptic about it. So if you ask it questions that yes or no questions are probably the best because you can't really be cryptic about a yes or no question. Like, I guess you could be like maybe, but
Maybe.
like,
Yeah.
but realistically, like at the end of the day, they have to answer the question. So, but if you're asking a
All right.
question that needs a more discreet answer, then yeah, you're like the more room you give him to be cryptic, the more room he's probably gonna take because this guy he literally did fight us. Like we killed him. So I mean, he's probably
All
not
right.
going to be helpful. But
Well, then we still want to know
so
if
there's a
he's
balance there.
lying or not, right?
Sure, I mean we can roll
I
sense
mean,
motive
what
and
if he
whatnot,
didn't sign up
but
for what happened to him?
Okay.
I don't know.
it's
Then-
possible. I mean, but the way he fought us, like it didn't seem like if he was dominated, for example, we would have noticed because you get a sense motive check to be able to tell if somebody's dominated. And like, I mean, I guess I didn't actually explicitly say, "Hey, Matt, I think he was
Yeah,
dominated,"
nobody asked.
Yeah,
but
but it's possible he was wrongfully convinced of
maybe. I
something,
mean,
and I
well,
just need to
We'll see.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
dead
maybe.
now, so I can't show him the light. But
Maybe. I mean, he'll probably let on that if that's the case, but I don't think so. I think he probably willingly was taking part in this. Is my assumption for now.
that's
If Amon is
Um,
going to be the one asking him the questions, then I'm giving Amon an extract of focus scrutiny to
no,
give
I'm
him
not the
a.
one asking questions. It's Barry asking the question because he's the one that
I'm
said he's
asking.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then
I
I'll
So we're
give
just
it to
we're just
Barry then.
deciding what Barry's asking him because he's basically saying I'm talk with the party and ask what I'm asking beforehand. And granted, we might not decide all 4 questions right away. It might say 2 or 3, and then Barry asks a 4th one based on the context of what the answers to the other questions are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but what are like some good initial questions? Like, do we just want to ask him do we want to ask him something like an open-ended question and just hope he's not too cryptic about it, or do we want to ask him something really specific that has a discrete answer that he can't really be as cryptic about?
I think just asking who he is, like, first
Okay, that's fair.
is
Like, who are you? Like, Freedom said the same sort of thing. So, like, it sounds
right.
like
I'm
most
building
people
on
are
that,
on board with that. So let's
or
let's
just
ask him
agreeing with
that.
that.
So, I mean, maybe our first question
it's
could be,
proper introductions.
who are you? Like, you're not actually Barzillai Thrune. So
Who
who
are
actually are
you?
you?
Barry will phrase it as, "What is your real name?"
Okay.
Your
You
true
ask
name.
him what is his real name, and the answer you get back is Sismekris. I'll spell it like that.
It's like that, right? Oh, I got close actually. Oh, I was really close. Maybe not. All right, that's fair enough. Cool.
That's one question.
That's one question.
I'll ask Amon, like, is that the devil's name? Or I
Uh,
roll like a knowledge to
do
see
I
if
think that
local.
is a devil's name that I've heard of? Nope, probably not. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean it it sounds pretty infernal.
Like, since we speak infernal, like, would that translate to anything?
Amon would think so.
What is it? Does it translate to something I know?
No, it doesn't translate
He's just saying it's an
anything, but
infernal
It just
name.
sounds like an infernal
Yeah.
type name.
yeah, it sounds like an infernal
It
name.
sounds like it might be the infernal version of the
Some
name Thomas.
people, some worshippers of Asmodeus rebrand themselves with infernal names.
Okay, so it's the infernal version of Thomas.
Well, since that doesn't really narrow it down, I guess we could ask, is he human?
Hmm. I
That one's
mean,
a waste.
that's a waste of a question. Well, you need to ask him
I mean,
something
not
before you.
necessarily, but again, you guys pick and choose.
Yes.
We already determined that it was because he was human and close in. Like, we already kind of established that he was a human.
Well, not particularly, because we did see him casting spells, or at least I did, in a way that did not seem like a way that a caster normally does. Like, it seemed,
It seemed
very
like
similar
spell-like
to.
abilities rather than
Right.
being like actual spell casting. So I
Correct.
mean, maybe he might actually not be a human. He might actually been a devil that was able to shapeshift or something.
Yeah, like what kind of creature is he? Like, maybe leave it like that so that we hopefully get a more specific answer.
Another one is, are there more of your deceptions out there?
Are there more of your deceptions out there?
Like, more fake Barzillais?
Are there more Barzillai cosplayers? Just wondering.
It's the Harley Quinn of this year.
It answers back.
I was just
What
throwing
was
that.
done was a one-time deal, so far as I know.
Okay.
Cut out. What did he say?
What has been done was a one-time deal so far.
Gotcha. Oh, a deal.
Sorry to miss anything. I got pulled away from my computer for a minute.
Maybe ask who was the deal like brokered with. Like maybe we could get the name of like if this was a devil. Like maybe who conducted the contract.
I don't think that was. I think it was just a term and phrase, like one-time deal. Like it happened once,
Gotcha.
unless it's how he said it. Do I think he meant by like contract type of deal, or just like a turn of phrase?
You give me a sense motive.
And you have a +10 bonus because of that extract I gave you. So 26.
You can believe what you want.
I'm the one that's asking the questions.
Yeah.
I gave you the extract instead because I didn't.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
could
rolled.
use-
I haven't rolled yet, but
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I rolled really low, but maybe you'll roll good.
mhm,
You have good sense motive too because it's a wisdom-based skill, even if you don't have
yeah.
ranks in it. And I think you have ranks in it, so
Nice.
yeah, you're really good at it. Well, I guess you're not as good as me without the extract, but yeah,
Without the boost, but
you're still pretty good at it though.
Yeah, it's good to have two people that are good at it.
Oh yeah, no, I am a firm believer in having multiple party members good at skills. Like a lot of people are like, oh, if someone else has ranks in it, don't bother. But I'm like, no, I think
So
having two
33.
people is good.
yeah, 33.
You can believe what you want.
But who left? What?
That was
Oh.
Grim.
Wrong.
He's like, how dare
Grim,
you? And he rage quit
yeah,
out.
you can believe what you want, Grim.
Yeah, no, I know. I accidentally hit.
The wrong button. Wrong bouton.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. Another one is if I'm not asking, like this isn't if he knows what happened to Barzillai. This is just throwing this out there. I'm not like trying to ask the question.
Your wish has been granted.
Well, that's kind of what happened in this last question. I was just trying to like party assess it, but it kind of worked out. Third question, guys.
Oh, okay. I thought you had one in the chamber.
No, I was asking if, like, asking the party, what do you think about asking about if this guy knows what happened to Barzillai? Because
Oh,
his like he changed from
What
like
has become of Barzillai?
yeah.
oh, or
Like,
like
where is
what
he? Like,
is happening
why
to
didn't
him?
why wasn't he there? You know, like we haven't seen him then for a while, right? That's a decent
Yeah.
question. Like maybe he knows where Barzillai is.
Well, what are we? It sounds like there's two different questions. Like, do we want to know what is happening to him? Like, why is his condition the way it is? Or do we want to know his actual location?
Where? Where
All
might
right.
have you have gone?
Well, we have two questions left, so you can use both
Where
of
might?
those
Oh,
to
them both.
find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll ask, "Where's Barzillai?" The real Barzillai Thurn.
Okay. The answer you get back is he is where a man of his station goes to do his duties and to relax.
The bathroom.
The spa.
I'm gonna ask for wording on this, like party wording, but I kind of want to ask like what transformation has Barzillai overtaken? But
Oh, that
Or
sounds.
like undergone. Yeah.
undergone, yeah. All right. he'll ask what transformation has Barzillai undergone recently.
There is no response because this is information that evidently your subject does not have.
Hmm.
Oh, even he doesn't know.
Okay.
Well,
You can ask it another question if you want.
I
In
guess
place of that one.
it didn't answer
didn't
that
answer it.
question.
They
so-
couldn't.
Oh, it has to be answered questions, right? Well, I kind of.
He should have told us, I don't know. And they were like, damn, you used our question, you fiend. But fortunately, he didn't do that.
How much wood could a woodchuck?
Yeah.
I mean, I
well,
suppose he could have, but I at least want you guys to get
one
4
more- yeah.
questions since he failed his save.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe that natural one gave us a bonus.
That's true too.
What I actually should have done is I should have rolled it in secret so that you guys wouldn't know whether he failed or not. But since he
Mm.
failed, there was no reason to okay, well.
He
Yeah.
felt so
Yeah,
hard, he
indeed.
said out loud, "Oh shit, I fucked up. Ask what you want,
It was a
guys."
1. Yeah.
It was a 1. Yep.
Hmm.
Do we want to ask, like, if he knows what his next step is, like what his next plan is?
Could ask him if he
Yeah.
knows what love is.
Baby, don't hurt me.
What? Barry will ask, what was Barzillai's next step after the masquerade?
To seize control of Kintargo.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I shouldn't have asked that.
And we should ask how. Well, I mean, if we were able to, but yeah.
Well, with us, with us,
Rip.
but
Mm-hmm.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. You asked a question that was really dumb. I'm outie. And he stops talking.
yeah, but I mean, I can always cast it again. Oh no, you
Is
can't.
your microphone cutting out?
Well, it's sort of useful because we at least know that, like,
My microphone.
and maybe
Yeah,
tells
Matt's
us that he wasn't assuming that the masquerade was gonna fail. Like, you know what I mean? Like the massacre or whatever they was gonna do there. He might have actually thought that was actually gonna kill us.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
it was quite an ambush.
Sure. Yeah.
Perhaps it could mean
And
that
it seemed like for good measure, they were also gonna raid your place.
to get any loose ends.
If you guys weren't heroes, yeah, I would say that would have been a squashed rebellion.
Yeah. But fortunately, you know, they needed a hero and they held out until the end of the night.
Yeah.
Gotta be strong, gotta be fast, and gotta be fresh for the fight.
Yeah. That was us.
Mhm.
Okay.
Perhaps that means that Barzillai still has, another plan in the wings to, exact his or cement his rule over Kintargo by, some other sweeping gesture. I'm willing to bet a few golds that we can expect to hear a proclamation within the next 24 hours.
oh baby, yeah, I've got you covered on that.
Then where's my gold? Damn it!
I'm gonna the other thing I was gonna do, because I mentioned before that I was planning to probably do this, is I'm going to cast planar inquiry and I'm gonna give up, 600 gold or 60 platinum pieces in this case.
Maybe you can ask your friend what this Robert Zemeckis, uh, who he was.
Was that what?
So I'm thinking I'm gonna use planar inquiry as well to ask a bearded devil that Amon has had previous contact with, to also put in some inquiries within, contacts within, hell, basically, to try to give me some more information as well.
On what in particular?
That's what I'm deciding right now.
Oh, okay.
So do I want to ask him about specifically that name, or do I just want to ask him, like, does he know what Barzillai's doing? Like, do I want to ask him something more generic?
Well, if he is a bearded devil, he might know something about this supposed mass summoning of devils by the archdeacon or
No, I don't.
head.
I don't. I doubt that. There's a lot of bearded devils. It's a very common devil.
Well, maybe he knows their names, and names have power. From what I have heard about devils and these sort of creatures, it would be a shame to waste that resource. Uh, that piece of information. How many questions are you allowed to ask this thing before he?
Just one.
Ah, just
I
one.
mean, it doesn't have to be. It's not like it's not like Speak with Dead where you ask like a specific question. I can give him a topic too. I can say, give me all the information you can get on this topic.
I
'Cause
mean, doesn't the spell just effectively allow you to ask a question and then the subject kind of does like a long skill check to
Kind of,
try and get
yeah.
it
That's what I'm
answered?
saying. It's not quite like Speak with Dead where you have to ask one specific question. You can also say like, give me find out about this topic, and he'll go do it. It's sort of like doing a gather information check or
Yeah,
a knowledge check, but
except
you're
you're asking a
offloading
planar
it
creature.
you're offloading it onto a planar creature. So
We should make a character that just delegates stuff like to other things and entities.
yeah. So the way this spell works is if the creature you contact doesn't know it directly and can't make a knowledge check for it directly, they do a gather information check, and the gather information check is basically a caster level check. So I might not even get anything from this. It might just be a waste of my waste of 600 gold. But
I mean,
um,
we kind of did that with your the helmet. That angel that represents as it comes as like a helmet. And the wearer can ask it like have it do knowledge checks.
what was that from? I don't remember the helmet.
There's an angel type that like comes as a helmet, like it's
The
Mm,
formed as a
consistent.
helmet. Yeah,
Cassisian angel.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it the
Are you
wearer.
talking about the Jade Regent game with Drew?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Okay.
thing. That thing was cool.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll let you guys think about that.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of pops from your mic, Matt. Is something
Oh,
going
I'm
on?
sorry. Well, I've got it on freaking whatchamacallit, like voice activation, because that's the only thing that's working for me right now. I'll set
Uh,
the thing up to like pretty
Unplugging
high.
it and
Get it?
replugging it might solve this particular problem, though.
it did seem to stop
Well,
just
you
a
shouldn't be
but
second
yeah,
getting it
ago.
now.
I'm gonna be
Mm.
using planar inquiry to sum it up. Bolfara Red Glow, which is a bearded devil that Amon has had previous dealings with, to try to ask him if he has heard anything, and if he
Which
hasn't,
Duke of Hell would this devil have any kind of like connection to?
um, So not Asmodeus, but one of the dukes.
Asmodeus could be a selection, but I would consider Asmodeus to be like the top of the top. So
Well, I mean, because that's the thing, because Amon was an Asmodean before, so maybe he was a beer devil that served under Asmodeus.
served under, yeah, like maybe not directly under Asmodeus, but like under agents of Asmodeus.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll allow that.
Um. Otherwise, I could find like a generator or something and just randomly pick one. Um. But I don't actually know off the top of my head. Like, I don't know all the like Dukes of Hell. I know what Mephistopheles because in Horrors, if assuming it's the same as in 3.5, because he was the one you fight in Horrors of the Underdark and Neverwinter Nights.
Mephistopheles is one of
Yeah,
yeah the Archfiend. Let me see if I can remember them all
Uh,
off my head.
'cause there's 9 of them, right,
There's
for each level of Hell.
well,
I was like,
there's
I was
8
like,
dukes, and then Asmodeus is
Asmodeus is the
9th.
one for the 9th, yeah, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but we can go on up
uh
Mephistopheles. He's a
there's
douche.
Mephistopheles. It's actually pretty high up the sort of
Mephistopheles is a
list.
level 2. Like he's the second level of Hell. Kanya, assuming it's the same as it was in 3.5, because
No, it's different.
it's different.
Mephistopheles is like the 7th or 8th circle.
Okay. In 3.5 he was the second. It was Kanya, which is like this ice fucking um
The the
baron.
first
He,
circle is Barnabas or Barnabas something like that, or Barbatos. That's what it is. Barbatos is this first circle.
hmm
Um, it was it Beelzebub or something like that. The second one,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
and then like I don't remember the other orders from, but I know that there's Moloch, Belial, Garyon.
Belial
Um,
makes sense. That is a name I've
yeah,
heard before. But yeah, probably Amon, like it's probably a bearded devil. It's like an agent under Asmodeus's like it's bearded devil, so he's not like he's like part of Asmodeus's inner circle or anything,
yeah.
um but yeah, part of like in Asmodeus's realm. So he would ask that devil a question, and I'm not sure what we're asking exactly, or if we're just asking a generic like like I need information about Barzillai Thrune. But I mean, obviously the spell's gonna work better probably if I ask a pointed question.
Yeah. I was curious about maybe getting the name of like maybe one of the devils, or like if Barzillai serves like a particular duke that might give us, something to go on. But like you said, maybe general might be better at this point.
Well, I was kind of hoping we might get something like a some information that would give us a more pointed answer, but I don't know if we have any information from the Speak with Dead that can give us a good, more pointed answer question.
Well, we never received any info on, what sort of transformation Barzillai has been undergoing, but if that creature or thing, whatever it was, didn't know, uh, I don't know. Maybe you could give sort of like the gist of like what it looks like he's undergone, and then the bearded devil could go like gather information with
Sure,
somebody
because I
smarter.
guess we've seen that he looked like he did,
Yeah.
because we saw him before, the imposter that we saw.
He was
He
looking
had,
more demonic.
yeah, or devilish.
Yeah, he was looking more devilish, and also that he had like some of the life force sapped out of him.
Okay, so I'll ask about that. Like maybe I'll ask. I guess if there's any word in hell about like what sort of like ritual or uh whatnot that Barzillai is like using or undergoing, because I'm sure it's connected to Hell in some way. Um, and I don't know. I mean, this is a long shot. Maybe he won't find anything. Maybe Bolfara won't actually be able to find this information. But I'm gonna try to have Bolfara, if he doesn't know it offhand, because he probably doesn't. Try to like get that information. I'll ask like if he knows anything about, if he can give me any information, and he won't know. He won't be able to give me that answer right away anyway, because it takes like a certain amount of hours. It's like 1d4 hours or something before he comes back and gives me that information. But
To help
Um,
him along with his gather information, do you want to tell
sure.
that he might that Barzillai is obsessed with pursuing the Book of the Damned?
Yeah, I mean, this works like a planar binding. Like, he shows up and I talk to him. So you guys are there. You guys can tell him this information too, to aid him in
Right.
that. So that's a good thing to mention to him. Tell him that we know that he was looking for the Book of the Damned. About the stuff that was like part of book 2, basically, like all that
Right.
that stuff about the order of monks or whatever that were guarding it. He was trying
Thought
to
it
like
was
find it.
gooseberries, or is it something else?
That was another plot thread.
That
Oh, that
yeah.
was on the
That
Book of
was
the Damned fruit
Mephistopheles.
thing.
No, the Book of the Damned thing was when we were in the museum. Um. So yeah, I'll give him all the information we have and ask him to, you know, make some discreet inquiries in hell, I guess.
okay. Just that I understand what it is that you're looking for. What direct question?
Um,
What's up with Barzillai's, appearance? Like,
I guess that's what ultimately is getting to.
Okay.
Like,
Um,
asking what is Barzillai, is he doing some sort of ritual or something like that? Like, what is he doing specifically for himself? Like, we're looking.
your devil, says, "I don't know this mortal personally." Would
Right.
help describe his change in appearance, and if this is some kind of infernal, uh, infernal doing.
Well, we know like Nox had that pact, so maybe he's doing something like that. Like, maybe he's doing sort of a pact, infernal pact as well.
hmm,
So I'll ask Bolfara. I'll put that in chat, by the way. I used a random name generator, but this is his name.
Barry will describe the difference that he saw in Barzillai, since Barry was really the only one that picked up on it, like at the ceremony when he gifted us those items.
that's
Hmm.
true.
Okay.
That's the name of the bearded devil that I'm, summoning with the planar inquiry. Bolfara Red Glow. But yeah, we'll have
Okay.
Barry describe like what he saw, and I'll mention, like about Nox being like the fact that we knew that Nox had like some sort of pact that she made, and wonder if like maybe Barzillai had something similar along those lines. And if there's any word within the court of Asmodeus, maybe not, obviously you don't have access to his inner circle, but maybe within like the courtiers of Asmodeus's court, if there's any word about like what's going on with Barzillai, is there any word about like what he's doing, perhaps?
Barzillai Thrun. Put the
Mhm.
last name out there.
I mean, I know the
Okay.
Thrun. I know that the House of Thrun is connected directly with Asmodeus. Um, that that Abigail has a pact with Asmodeus directly. Maybe there's something tied in there with Barzillai. Maybe he's got his own pact going on. I don't know. And if I need to make a caster level check, I can do that as well. Or if you'd like to just roll it um, in secret, or have me roll in the dice tower or whatever, but for a gather information check.
So this uses your caster level.
So yeah, if the creature that I use doesn't have an appropriate knowledge skill or have that information, just naturally, then yeah, basically if it lacks such a skill, the creature leaves for 1d4 hours to gather this information, and
Okay.
it
Yeah. Go
uses
ahead and roll a
the
caster level check.
caster level check to determine the resulting information they gather as if using diplomacy. But granted, they are using diplomacy in hell rather than, me using gather information
Yeah.
in Targo. So they probably have a lower target DC to hit. So do you want me to roll that in the caster in the dice tower then? Or do you want me to just roll it open?
You can roll it open.
Okay. Um just my caster level, so here you go. Hey, look at that. That was a 20.
Good as you get it.
Woo!
This is as good as I can do. So
Yeah.
if I don't get the information I'm looking for, then I
Nice.
wasn't gonna get it no matter what I did probably. Well, that's not true. It could be something that a skill check could do or something, I guess, but maybe the DC's like 30.
The devil will try its best
Mm-hmm.
and will accept its
I
payment.
mean, the fact that I'm asking a devil and it's, you know, like that maybe gives it has a lower DC to hit than like asking because it's gathering information as opposed to
Yeah.
asking a Earth Elemental. Hey, can you go ask in the Opaline Vault what Barzillai Thrun's doing? They're like, who the fuck's Barzillai Thrun? Like, we've never heard this name before. Who the hell are the Thruns?
Does he eat dirt?
Does he eat dirt? Yeah.
Okay. The devil will be gone for 4 hours.
Because if
Okay.
he did, he's a
So
monster.
What do you guys do between now?
maybe we see if we can get past that glyph.
Yeah.
I'm
Works
drinking a monster
for
because
me.
I'm tired. Your
I
touch of
drank a
whatever
monster
didn't
about.
help.
I already drank a monster like 14 hours ago.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm way ahead of you.
Touch of sucker didn't help my IRL fatigue.
Damn. It's a
I've
harsh
been
life.
tired, but I'm listening. Yeah,
Actually, no, that
let's
would have been like
try to get
shit.
past the
When
glyph,
did I
I
drink
guess.
it? I drank a monster like at 2 in the morning.
A
So
monster.
a monster. Oh god. It would have been like 19 hours ago.
You
So
must confess
probably
that you
it
feel like a
probably has worn
monster.
off by now is my guess. Anyway, sorry. We'll go to the opera house, assuming that we can get to the opera house
Yeah.
and probably see if maybe Kane can get past that glyph.
Okay. You guys make your way there.
Alrighty. I'll keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
You will lead the charge.
Yeah, see if just make sure that we don't
The opera
ring a
house
bell.
does have a pretty terrible stench side of it, as there's still a lot of blood spilled from the night before, and there are
Yep.
corpses bound.
Right.
Ghastly. Gas.
Yeah, maybe we'll just go in through the bottom entryway.
through the little
The loading dock.
loading dock. Yeah,
Loading bay.
you're like, clear the way, get all the forklifts out of the way.
That's not OSHA approved. Get out of here.
All right. I guess Kane will, if you point out the glyph,
Mhm.
he'll disable it or try to.
I'll give Kane, like, since he can actually disable magic traps, I'll give him some extracts, and I'll also give him my little glasses of minute seeing so that he gets a hefty bonus.
All right.
So
So what's all
get
the bonuses
skill,
together?
heroism, so that's a +2, a +4, and then a +5. So he's going to be getting a +11 overall.
All right. Here goes nothing.
Try
Gosh, of course I roll
We
super low, but
a 32.
still.
Still pretty high.
Good bonuses like the plus
Yeah.
11.
Those are high bonus.
he has a +16.
Okay.
Nice.
Then disable the room. The glyph.
Woo.
The door is still locked, right? Like
The door
even
is still locked. It's a
he'll
vault
he'll
door or
yeah
an
he'll
iron door.
he'll try to disable that as well.
All right,
Sure.
I can take over because that potion, it may not last, but I think my natural bonuses might be higher than Kane's.
Oh, okay.
So like I'll thank Kane like, merci, it is good to have you back, but I have more of a mind for metal than magic, and I'll take a whack at it. Let's see. Oh, foo. Yeah,
You
sure.
don't
I
get it.
talk big. I'll drink a potion of reduce person.
Make yourself smaller.
Make it so
Yeah.
smaller.
Me.
Like, the lock will look bigger and it'll be easier to pick.
I mean, you
Right.
can probably like stick part of
Can,
his hand in the lock at this point.
can
Yeah,
Kane aid him?
probably.
Maybe like a finger in there, jiggle it around.
I'll hold him up so he can reach the lock.
Charlie, hold me down.
Can you aid and disable devices?
No. I don't think you can, but at least not through like traditional like hit the DC 10, give him a +2 bonus way.
That's better.
I think you got it anyway.
Yep, that's better. Okay. Do you get the lock on the door?
All right.
Unlock and untrap.
Cool.
I'm assuming you open it, and within you do find that it is a vault.
All right.
It is clear that this has been used to store the Opera House's funds and expensive props. But there are even more interesting trophies and treasures that someone has gathered in here. If you guys search the vault, you identify 3 different stashes of wealth. The first
Nice.
stash is a cache of healing supplies in an unlocked wooden coffer on a shelf. This coffer contains, you know you guys are going to identify it, is 4 potions of cure serious wounds, 5 doses of restorative ointment, a scroll of heal, a scroll of raise dead, and a wand of cure charges.
I didn't hear the number on that, but all right, cool. A wand, cure something.
A wand of cure serious wounds with 15 charges.
Okay,
Hey, that's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
The second stash is a large collection of documents, relics, and treasures that you guys think that were stolen from the artifact recovery of the Many Steps Monastery.
The Many Stops Monastery.
Yep, the bulk of these items are non-magical text or works of art from pre-Throne Cheliax, and you think that they're worth a total of 4,000 GB, but they weigh like 500 pounds together. So it'll take some effort taking them out of the vault.
That's why we got Anthol.
And a rebellion,
Bags
a
of
core
holding.
rebellion that
Also found here are some magic items, which I'll just give you as well, because I know Mon's got a really high thing of spellcraft as long as you want to use
I'll
up
just use up
a
some
round of
rounds
identify.
I have 36 charges still on that
Yep.
thing. So
Also found here is a blank blessed book and a periapt bearing the holy symbol of Irori,
Oh no.
as well as a. Okay, I need you to roll 1 spellcraft. This one's actually high.
Amon, take this extract of investigative mind so you can roll twice on it. Hey, nice.
The plus 10 only applied to the first.
yeah, but that was a higher
But
roll anyway. So
I think
So you
you're okay,
find
yeah.
another book, but this is a book of infinite spells.
a book of infinite spells. I don't even know what
Yep.
that does, but it
That sounds
sounds really
OP.
powerful.
A book of infinite spells, basically, when you open it, it gives you a random spell, and you can cast that spell even if you don't have it on your, like, as a known spell or on your spell list.
Oh, it's an artifact. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
However,
then.
this book only has 5 pages remaining and is currently turned to Dimension.
It's a dimension door. Okay.
You'll have to find out what the next 4 pages contain by turning.
But if
But
you turn
once
the
you turn to
page,
once
you
you
can't
turn
go
to the
back.
next page, you can't go back.
These-
Oh.
Gone.
Yeah.
They work like scrolls.
I was gonna say, do you have to cast it as a scroll? Okay. So you can't just like give it to
It's a
Caleb and be
book of
like, "Here, you're
infinite
a
spells,
spellcaster."
but it actually only has 1d8 plus 22 pages, and this one's
It's
down to
definitely
5
not
spells.
infinite.
It's like that book in Prince
It's not
Caspian.
actually
But
infinite
it
at
can
all.
contain any kind of spell, though.
Sure.
I
That's
think
Can
they
any-
don't know the
part about it.
definition of infinite.
Can any type of caster use the book?
Yes.
Yeah, and it has a 50-50 chance of being an arcane or divine spell. So right now it's not an arcane spell. So if I used it, there's a 50-50 chance if you open to the next page, it might be a divine spell instead, and it works like a scroll.
At least, at least right now, both of us can use that spell.
True, I guess technically you also can cast Dimension Door because if you it's a domain spell for you. And I guess technically you can cast it up to 4 times per day. So
Yeah. It's
if I
Does
just
it have a does it have a spell limit, like spell level limit?
well, it's at the caster level of the item, which is 18th level. So
So
and
Eric,
you said there's 5 pages left after this.
so we just need like it to give us a 9th level spell that we could just murk everybody with.
I wished Cantargo was free.
Yeah, but that's not
It doesn't
your
have
wish.
it doesn't supply a table here for you, so I don't know how. I guess Matt could just pull up a list of
I
every
say
spell.
it's up to
well,
GM.
I already have a list.
Well, it gives you one probably
Or the
in
book
the
gives
book.
them a list.
Maybe, yeah.
Or I just made.
I give
you made it.
you magic missile.
For
I
now,
know the contents at any.
but for now, we know we have Dimension Door at the moment. So, yeah.
Hey, when it comes to telling people about this book, Dimension.
There are also 4 other magic items that I might as well have you spellcrafts for us, not like common magic items.
You can roll twice on all of those if needed.
Another one that we can always do with this book is sell it if we find a place that has that type of money.
It has a lot of power. I'm not sure.
This
Like,
is an exceptionally powerful
it's
magical
like
item.
any
It's
Yeah, I
an
know.
artifact. It doesn't actually
spell,
have a
you know.
price. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
actually
that's
have
true.
a price. So
We could trade it.
But
The most that we could do is
you
use
could
it up.
narratively
You
try
know
to
what the funny
find
thing
No.
is,
something to pay it
though?
for. But yeah,
Is that I'm assuming Amon, you are the one claiming this item.
probably.
For now, at least. I mean,
But
if
I
he
mean,
ever
Barry
changes
could take it
Divine
just as
Spell, he'll
easily.
probably give it to Barry, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But
see,
then
the
they
Another-
get
thing
negative
about this
level.
item is that it has to be claimed by an.
If I open it and get a divine spell, I get a negative level if I can't cast it. Kinda- Is
It's
it
a great artifact.
as long as it's in my possession though?
another
I don't know what Matt said. I think he said that you have like one player has to
it
claim
has
it,
to
but
be
you cut out.
claimed. It has to be
And you
claimed by
can't, but
someone.
you can't give it to someone else. Like we just got it. Like, can you just be like, "Here, Barry, you can have it now."
Ownership of this artifact is necessary for it to bestow its spells upon you.
You cannot use it unless you claim it, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Sure, but the owner can't change. Like, what if Amon dies? It's just useless at that
No, it
point.
Then
can
it's
change.
unclaimed.
Oh, it
Yeah.
can change. Okay.
It can change.
It's like the Elder Wand.
If he gives it to someone, can it change, or does he have to die?
I could just give it
It
to
has to
someone.
be taken from him in
Okay.
combat.
And
I'm
then
just
claim.
confused because that's what I
Ownership
said
must
the
be
first time. And then I was told, like, no.
You cannot steal it or it will bite you.
Another
Whatever.
another
Casters deal
option.
with the caster thing.
Another option for this book is later campaign. Later
You're cutting out. I don't know what you
Uh,
said.
Yeah, a lot of people are cutting out. This is really not.
my button
Good.
keeps because I'm doing push to talk and it keeps like sliding off my
Oh, don't do that.
phone.
I
Um,
use push talk. I don't have any problems. So.
another thing is like late campaign. I might want to do like planar ally summon, like a high level planar ally, and you use this as like their contract that would keep them here longer.
Oh, like you give them the artifact. Like here you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's a priceless artifact.
Pretty much.
Now be my friend.
Be my friend for the rest of the campaign. I gave you a priceless
Yeah,
artifact.
I mean, like, that's not a terrible bargaining chip.
Yep. No, for sure. I should agree with that. I rolled a bunch of spellcraft checks. I don't know if I need to roll more, but
I needed spellcraft checks for 4 items, so is this for 4 items?
um
Yeah, with
there's
that
4
last
of the
one being a
plus 10s.
reroll.
I didn't roll the double checks if I actually if I have the
If
double
he failed any, he can try again on any that failed.
right. I forgot to put the plus 10 on the other one, so you could take the first 4 there and take that 25 as a 35 instead if you want.
Or you can take the second 25 that's actually a 35. Because they're both 35.
Yeah, I guess I rolled 2 8s in a row. So yeah, there you go. I got a 47, a 38, 30, and a 35 as my 4 spellcraft checks. But if I fail the check, I can redo it, I guess, because of investigative mind.
Well,
I'm
well, you have
understanding that
to
correctly.
choose that you're doing the roll twice and take the better result at the moment of rolling. It's not an
Hmm.
after the fact.
Okay, so replace the 30 with a 35, and then I'll do one, and then that last 35 is so I get 2 35s in that case. 47, 38, 35, and 35. Those are my 4 checks for the 4 items that you setting it up for. So hopefully a 35 is good enough.
Yep.
But if not, it's fine.
Yeah, if not, we'll find out.
If not, we're going to wear a cursed item.
Anybody want this robe?
So it's the first 4 then.
Basically, well, kind of, because if you say
Strike
that
the 30,
25s are
replace it with
35,
the 35.
you replace the 30 with the 35, so it's two 35s, 38 and 47.
235, 337. Okay.
Who wants?
Okay, so the first item you correctly identify, and it is posing as an amulet of some other kind of like magical, but it is a cursed item, is an amulet of inescapable location. It bears the symbol of Abadar, but you think that this was part of the trick.
Okay. So don't wear this amulet, guys. It's bad. It's real bad. Oh boy, it's bad. It's
Yeah, that
real
dimension
bad.
door would do
It's
you
bad.
no good.
You also correctly identify the second item as another cursed item, which are bracers of defenselessness.
Jeez, 2 cursed items.
Okay.
That's-
And then I think even with the 35s, I'm going to be suspicious of anything else.
right.
I mean, you probably will. Because the next one you identify is a manual of health +1,
Oh, damn.
and the
Mm,
other
Can't
item is
Caleb can't use that manual.
identified as a stone of luck.
Oh,
I mean, those are really good items, but what if they're cursed items instead?
Well, I'm gonna give you guys make
They were
wisdom checks.
behind a trapped door. They probably didn't want people to touch these things. Probably.
Actually, everybody but Barry make a wisdom check.
What? You want my wisdom? I don't know.
Yeah,
oh
Wait,
god.
why can't Barry make a wisdom check?
I have
because
a
you weren't present
I'm
for
a little.
this.
I'm more wise than I am intelligent.
Kane
I'll
was
just
present, but
give
not
that.
Barry.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I know all.
Freedom, you make
Kane
the
can make a wisdom
connection,
check.
and because a lot of this stuff you remember. Okay, this was from the Many Steps Monastery. You remember
an
that there was a
opera house.
room specifically meant for cursed items that you guys had happened upon, and you think
Oh.
that these were all taken from there.
So probably those other two that I
Do I
didn't
know the
identify them
purpose of
as
this
being
cursed
cursed
item
items.
room? Like, why do they?
They
have
might
it?
actually still be
It
cursed
was
items.
it was a place to hold them. They were
Why?
So that people don't
so
get
people
cursed
wouldn't
by
use
them.
them. The
Right,
Many
but
Steps
why at the
Monastery was
opera house?
preserving them.
Like, why
You know,
This was
here?
Oh,
taken
this is
from
where they
Many
got
Steps
stored.
Monastery.
Yeah, this is just where this became the seat of Barzillai through, and like turned this into his center of operations. So
I have a
that's how I
feeling about something.
It's
But I,
possible
the-
that he suspected that we would eventually infiltrate here and steal these things, and was
maybe, or he just put them here just out of the way, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably. I mean, what he did with them probably was probably the reasonable thing to do. Like, just put these things in a vault somewhere so that people aren't actually accidentally cursing themselves.
I have an idea, but Barry's not here, and he would be the one that would know. So,
Well, I mean, Kane's here.
it's Barry would be the one that has the knowledge. So I'm not gonna.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you've identified all the items, but you guys can make connections as you wish as to the authenticity of at least 2 of these. The final bit of treasure to be found in this significant stash is kept in a burlap sack tossed into a corner.
That.
it's awful
sketchy.
sus.
Yeah.
I will, I guess, ask Amon to use his magic detectiness, and then I'll carefully inspect it depending on what it is. for traps.
Okay. You inspect it, and inside you find several items. You find a high-pointed cap, a really nice-looking jeweled ring, and a beautiful and startlingly well-balanced mithril-bladed rapier.
Hmm.
Nice. Sized for a medium creature, I'm sure.
Well, when you take it, it resizes itself.
Oh, well, that's as interesting, but
And when you hold it, it is unusually well balanced and responsive to you.
I mean, that's a magical property you can enchant onto an item for it resizes automatically to people. So
huh. Yeah, I guess I'll ask Amon to inspect it. And does Amon have any ranks in appraise?
nope, but I can spellcraft it for you
All right.
with the
Just
identify
because,
wand.
yeah, if you can check out if the ring and which of these things are magical, which I assume they all are.
You're gonna give me some spellcrafts? Give me 3. I see one that's a 36.
And re-roll any that you don't like.
I'll reroll that one.
Alrighty.
Is it
So,
reroll any that
36,
you don't like,
40,
or
and 30.
reroll one that you don't like?
Well, I mean, for any check you make, you can reroll out the first one.
Okay.
Okay, so,
So,
reroll one of any
The
of them.
first item, we'll go with the cap first. You identify this soft cap as once per day. When the wearer fails a saving throw against a mind-affecting effect, they can re-roll the save and take the second result. This is a cap of the free thinker.
Okay, so it's like
It
a improved
helps
iron
you
will,
ward off outside influences.
like improved iron will on an
Really
item.
good.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
good item. This would be good on anybody.
The second
basically.
item, the jeweled ring, is a ring of protection +3.
Also very good.
But the
That's
best one is
nice.
the rapier.
So you say, but those other 2 items are pretty good.
So you identify this rapier as a minor artifact.
Okay.
Okay, the rapier is better. You win. You're right.
I don't know what it does yet. I don't know if I believe it yet. Let's see.
It's
What
a
does it
minor
do?
artifact. It's cursed.
What does it do? It might not actually be better. It might be like, all right, that's cool, but
It
not
turns you
actually very
into the
good.
stabber
This
instead of the
is a
slasher.
+2 rapier. However, when the blade strikes deep into the flesh of a whatchamacallit, against the flesh of an evil outsider, it momentarily wakens its power.
Okay.
If reprisal, or sorry, this blade is called reprisal. It has a name.
Mm-hmm. As most minor artifacts do.
If it confirms a critical hit against an evil outsider, the rapier gains the evil outsider Bane's special property and is treated as silver, cold iron, and good for the purposes of overcoming damage reduction for the next minute. Subsequent critical hits extend this duration by 1 minute per blow. As long as this effect persists, the Reprisal's wielder gains a +2 sacred bonus on all saving throws against attacks from evil outsiders. Oh,
Does
and
that apply on
So
the first crit, or is it after
situational
the first
though. Like
crit?
you have to crit.
but here's another cool thing too, is this isn't anything that you have to like critical hit with it, but Reprisal's wielder can apply their dexterity modifier to damage rolls with the weapon in place of
Oh,
their
there, now
strength.
it's good.
Oh, so it has agile.
Now it
It has
became
the
good.
agile quality as well. So it's a +2 agile
Nice.
weapon that can trigger Bane if you crit.
If you're
Yeah,
in
but it's a
crit build.
rapier, so it has an 18 to 20 crit range.
True,
That's
but I
pretty
mean,
Too
smexy.
bad no one
no.
in our party is a crit build.
You don't
Yeah.
have to. It has an 18 to 20 crit range.
Sure, but it would be a lot better if we had an actual dex
Well,
fighter
everything is
in the
better
party.
with a,
Don't you have to
Oh,
confirm
this
crit in order
this
for
would be
that to
really good if
work?
you're
though?
playing like a
Swashbuckler.
dex-based magus or something,
Any
but
kind of dex-based
or a
character.
swashbuckler. Well, the thing is, it has agile basically. It has the agile enchantment as well, which doesn't do much if you're already playing like somebody gets dex to damage anyway. Um,
Oh, I
but if
see
you're
what you're
playing
saying.
like a magus and you didn't happen to take like you know I mean, if you're playing
Dervish, whatever it is.
yeah, if you're playing with a rapier, then you aren't gonna be able to take dervish stance anyway. So it's really good on like a dex-based magus. Um, but I mean,
Yeah.
freedom could take it and just have it as a weapon to pull out
I
against evil outsiders, I guess.
I have so many damn weapons. Like, no, I'd rather just if this is a minor
Oh
artifact,
my
why
god.
don't we like?
All right, well, it's a
I think
martial weapon,
very.
and I have martial weapon proficiency, so I'll take it if nobody else does.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh.
Does
You do.
Barry want it?
No.
He's not proficient with it.
Oh,
It's
is
a
he not? I thought
It's a
clerics
martial
were
weapon.
proficient.
They're
Okay.
proficient with
No.
martial weapons if it's their deity's weapon, but
That is
And
Yeah.
right.
I'm
Desna is not
technically
a rapier.
Okay.
I'm not proficient with my deity's weapon with
Yeah.
this archetype.
Because he's he's a separatist.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's
But
fine
yeah,
if
this
Amon
weapon
takes it,
is
but like,
pretty good.
Freedom really should take it. Like, you're the
I mean,
one-handed
anybody who can wield rapiers can
martial
take
person,
it.
and I'm the
Yeah.
two-handed martial person.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's fine.
So I'll
Yeah.
take any
All right.
two-handed
My
weapons.
dex, that's the other thing too. It's dex based. My dex is +2. My strength is -1. So
Hey,
this
Yeah.
actually does
Yeah,
a
no,
positive
does
dex
damage.
bonus.
It does something for Amon. Sure.
It's
yeah.
actually probably the best weapon Amon could actually use
Yeah.
because it gives me free dex to damage, and I don't have a good strength modifier.
Yeah, I
In
Yep.
mean,
fact,
All right.
use the spells to turn you into a martial character,
oh yeah, eventually I'll get. I
Transformation.
mean, I can't cast
Monstrous or
transformation
whatever.
yet because it's a
Or
level
yeah,
6
that.
spell, but
We're getting there.
or level is it level 6 or level 5? I don't remember.
I
It's
think
up
it's
there.
level.
I think it's level 6.
Yeah, I know for me it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's level 6. I think it
You can
was for
turn into a
Magus as well.
battle wizard.
Because I used it on my Magus, even though the entire internet would call me a fool.
Yeah.
They'd be like, never,
But
never do
Smarter than them.
transformation on a Magus.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
like,
ahead
joke's
and
on you,
give you
please.
guys your
Girl.
experience
Hey, we beat
here.
it
I
by
believe it's
100.
enough to level you,
It is.
and
Yep,
I'll let
barely.
you guys think about what you're gonna do with parties involved and stuff. I
I'm
know
gonna
you
get my
guys
armor
wanted
enchanted.
level 9?
That puts us level
Right.
9,
Mhm.
yeah. The
That
main
means
thing that
Barry
I
can't
get for this
prepare a break
level
enchantment.
is I have access now to the ability Tribal Bond, which makes it so that rather than we just have a telepathic bond without me having to actually use an action to turn it on. Now
Yay,
I do have to use
finally.
an action to turn it on if I want to share spells still, but for like for the telepathy part, that happens now without me having to do anything. Just when I prepare my spells, I pick 4 people that I have a telepathic bond with.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
hmm And it scales up. When I get to level 10, it'll be 5 people. So I can start like potentially I could do like everyone plus also Octavio or something, for example.
Yeah.
Um,
But yep,
yeah.
that'll be session for tonight. I'll leave the thing open so you guys can level your characters and stuff like that. But
Cool.
I'll see you
All right.
guys
And I assume like we.
next week for the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that
Yeah.
true?
I was gonna say it. I assume we'll like. Do we want to take care of like what the gross like gold value is of like the items in here, so we can kind of plan like what we might want to be buying so that we're ready?
Oh, I
Or
don't care to do that right now, but
okay, that's fine.
By the way,
I'll
who took
put
that
the
Ring of Protection +3, and where are those items at?
I'll put the items in the inventory sheet over the over the time before next
'cause,
session.
yeah,
Okay,
Okay,
no
that's
worries.
take those
that'll work.
items.
We'll just
Yeah.
level up
I think
for now.
probably the room protection is going to be for freedom or for
I have it.
Caleb.
Yeah, I have a
Not me.
+2 right now, so if I take the upgrade, I can hand my 2 over to somebody, and that
Yeah.
frees up your cloak space if you're wearing a
Yeah,
cloak.
yeah. Freedom, take the ring because I have a +3 already.
Oh.
Well, the cloak
Yeah.
would be for resistance. This is a ring of protection, so it's a deflection bonus.
Your
Oh, I thought he
your
said resistance.
treasures
Oh.
were 4 potions of cure serious
I think I
wounds,
need the
5
protection one.
doses of restorative ointment, a scroll
Yeah.
of heal, a scroll of raise dead, a wand of cure critical wounds with 15 charges, a blank blessed book, a periapt of proof against poison, the book of infinite spells turned to dimension door, and the 2 cursed items and the 2 other items that
Yeah, we think
identified as, magical items, but yeah, you have
we
suspicions
think
about.
they might be cursed. Yeah.
You don't know what the curses are if they are cursed. You could always find out though,
Yeah. That's so weird
Right.
that the reprisal it doesn't list it as just being like I don't know why they don't just say as an agile weapon.
because it's not an agile weapon, it's part of it being an artifact.
Right, but I mean it just does what an agile
It
weapon
does what
does.
an agile weapon does.
An
Sure.
agile weapon lets you apply your dex bonus instead of your strength bonus. So I don't know why it doesn't just say like it's a +2 agile rapier.
It's probably so you can enchant if you wanted an enchantment. It doesn't cost. I mean, I guess you might not be
Yeah,
able to
it doesn't. I mean, you could further enchant it if you wanted to, but
So
yeah,
it's
it
not.
wouldn't
It's not
cost
the
You
you
could
same.
anything.
add could you add agile to it and then get double? No,
No.
I actually wouldn't, but that'd be silly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could make it stronger and not increase the amount to
Who do
increase
I
it
yes,
need?
by.
yeah.
I need your help. Charm or compulsion? Which one is better for me to have will save against?
Compulsion.
Compulsion.
Okay,
Compulsion is stuff like
that's
dominate.
where
So yeah, keep in mind that if somebody tries to use charm against you in a combat situation, you already get a +5
You already
bonus.
get a bonus. Yeah.
I get I get and I get an additional +2 though if I take this ability
Yeah.
from my class.
I'd rather take the +2 versus compulsion
But
though,
see,
because
like compulsion is still good because hold person is also compulsion.
true, but also
Uh,
dominate is as well.
And
Dominate's
oh, you
also
said
confusion and all
+5
compulsion.
against
those.
charm.
No, that's what I'm saying. You get if somebody casts charm person on you in combat, by default you already get a +5 combat or circumstance bonus versus charm person. Like if
Right,
it's
so I
in
don't need
combat.
to get a bonus versus charm because I already get a +5.
Right. Yeah, I
That's
mean
what you're
you
saying. Okay,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. I mean unless they're trying to cast it to you out of combat, like
that's fine.
if
I
you
also
don't
feel like
let's
there's a
say
lot
you
more
didn't get that.
compulsions too than charms.
There's more and they're more dangerous.
Okay, well I get a +2
Because
against
charms aren't
compulsion.
charms if they try to charm you and then tell you to attack your allies, they also have to make an opposed charisma check as well. Like on top of having to you have to fail to save that you get a bonus to. Like charms are a lot harder for them to take advantage of. Compulsions, they just make you fail the will save and then you're fucked. Charms, you fail the will save and you have like a second chance because there's an opposed charisma check as well.
Okay,
And
cool.
you get a you already have a big bonus for charms anyway on so like yeah,
Yeah,
charms are
so
like long
be
shots there
proud of
already.
me that I'm getting will save bonuses.
You are. I mean, I liked a lot of things about your guys' characters, and there was a lot of good role play last session and this session. I particularly enjoyed a lot of the non-conventional, non-optimal options that you guys did today.
Mhm.
Such as, I'm just trying to think, because I felt like I was in a corner and didn't have any other options.
I know you were struggling a little bit, and I know that you tend to try to optimize all of your turns, and that's fine. But I enjoyed freedom, just fancy crawling out of the
Oh yeah.
troop,
Right.
and
I mean, she couldn't get the manacles off, so it makes
Just
sense.
causing chaos is what I was thinking.
As a paladin does.
My
yeah, you
non-conventional
guys
choice to try and break the manacles where I only succeed on a
yeah,
20.
yeah, that was also really cool too. That was
Yeah.
very That's
nat
cinematic.
20
That was
was.
the stupid. After rolling a nat 20 on initiative, though, keep that
Yeah,
in
I
mind.
know.
Like,
You rolled 2 20s in a
I'm like,
row.
oh my god, I wasted
That's
my
like the best
20.
time to roll one though. Like it was. It
Called it.
was. He's like, my mom's coming to break me out. I gotta help her though. And
Jesus
just
Well,
Christ.
see,
fucking
like
broke the
you guys
manacles
Yeah, I
off.
not
mean, it works so
choosing
well with the
the
story.
option of like we're going to fight whatever obstacle gets in our way
That's.
was a nice opportunity to give spotlight to other characters.
I know, like, because that was the original thing I was thinking. I was like, man, having to roll like a concentration check to try to pull out a scroll of teleport. Um, which I guess if it was based off of how the way we were ruling out troops worked, it would have been half the damage I took plus
Yeah.
spell level. So it might have been a DC. It probably would have been about a DC 30. No, it would have been about a DC 20-ish. Actually, it would have
Yeah.
been a little bit lower. But yeah, it would have been tough. Um, but yeah, that was one of those things as well. I was gonna be like rolling, and hoping I rolled high. But yeah, we didn't have any dimensional hop, so dimensional hop is really limited too because you'd have to
Oh yeah.
use if you only have 80 feet. I don't know. You would have been
Well,
able to get
now
in
now
to the
it's now
armatures
it's ni-
probably.
now it's 90 feet, and I only use up 5 foot increments. But I use up
Right, but if you
I
wanted to
use up
use, if you
two
wanted,
5 foot increments per person I take with me. So
right,
like if I took 3 people, that'd be 15 feet used up.
per 5 foot,
Yeah,
yeah,
per 5 foot.
that's what I'm saying.
So
Because
it's not a good thing to take multiple people unless it's like jump across the chasm like one time.
right, and then that's all we. Well, my original plan was we didn't need to get them all the way out. If we got
Mhm,
them out into the hallway with the other
yeah,
armatures, that would have been good enough.
yeah.
But except that then we would have had to.
Well, then you guys would have been fighting the
We
Well,
would have
we
been fighting
also
with
we
no
also did
with no
with no
reinforcements,
resources,
being weakened and low on resources.
so we might have
yeah,
just
we were
died.
super low on resources.
I still had 2 bombs. We
Yeah,
could
I
have
mean, I don't think you
won.
guys all would have died, but it's still been a pretty like annoyingly difficult combat.
I think we made the right choice of just trusting our rebellion, especially because we did some stuff before we went in there to set it up. Like I don't know if that factored into how Matt ended up having it play out, but like us telling um Streep
Streep, yeah.
to go
Yeah, that was like an important detail. It's okay,
like I
like, hey,
feel like
go get the people.
it's one of those things. It's I remember like I think it was like a really old like Spoonie video or something like that back when Spoonie made videos because he's hasn't made a video in like 30 years or something. But he was saying something like if you have your rogue and you're going out scouting ahead and you get caught, he's like just bring some like smoke sticks or something and throw them down. Like the GM, if you give the GM an excuse to like give you like a way to get out, they're gonna take it most of the time. Like they're gonna help. They want you to succeed, right? So you gotta set up these things in advance. You gotta like, oh, I took a smoke stick, so we get caught. I throw that down to try to escape.
Oh,
So,
okay. I brought a Ferrari.
well, within reason, but I mean,
Dang it.
yeah, you gotta like that's the saying. You if you set up these things, they then you're giving the GM a good reason to let you get away with stuff like that.
True.
Also, hi Ender. You can take my players if you want. We're
Hi,
done with the game
Max.
for today.
Hello.